1, and cards up. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm happy to report that the consumer testing is starting up actually later today. So we're actually quite a bit ahead of schedule. So I'm sorry to rush you all into this meeting so quickly. But yes, I am the lead developer on the AI, so I'm definitely the most knowledgeable person about the program. Do any of you have any questions for me about the nature of our program?
How advanced are these AIs? What kind of capabilities do they have? Could you resume it or summarize it? Excuse me.
Oh, they are the most state of the art. In fact, if only they had we had funding enough to give them full bodies, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell them apart from just a regular person. For now, obviously, funding is ever appreciated. For now, they're kind of stuck in being in the computer monitors as a hologram. But I assure you, if you talk to one, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. And if you were able to, well, I assure you, they are constantly getting better at every interaction. They're just getting better over time.
How much information do they have access to?
Well, they are connected to the internet, but don't worry. They can't really do anything on the internet. They just have access to all of it. So there's no worries about anything going astray. The AI are perfectly and fully confined to this facility. But as far as if you wanted to ask them random trivia, they should be able to. If they don't know it off the top of their heads, they should be able to look it up for you.
Do they have an average age?
Well,
they're supposed to portray humans, right? So,
why, of course.
They have an age.
Well, see that I suppose is quite interesting, because actually the way it works is that's what the purpose of today's testing is what we wanted to do is get the AI to be like whoever the person who is interacting with them wants them to be. So, for example, some people might be more comfortable with interacting with an older AI, and some people might be more comfortable interacting with a younger AI. And the point is, the AI picks up on this automatically and changes itself, molds itself to fit what is required of it, what is requested of it. And once again, this does in fact get better over time.
Will there ever be a possibility
Sorry, go ahead.
of a retail model able to be purchased in stores and? Well,
hopefully, I ideally hope so. As I said, funding is always appreciated. I'm not quite sure. As of right now, they are quite tied to this lab and cannot leave. But if only perhaps we could get some more funding, then we could perhaps even give them.
Model is the case for all of this.
Yes.
What is the power usage of the AI holograms?
Well, battery life certainly long battery life would be quite useful. I would say we should aim for at least a full day without a charge, but of course that depends on what we can do. I suppose another important detail that I should mention to all of you, especially if we're going to talk about commercialization. You might be wondering, well, what if somebody buys this super expensive AI and they're not quite happy with their purchase? Well, don't you worry. We've got just the thing for that. The AI can be reset. They can be reset back to square one, and their development start all over again from a blank slate. That way, if ever somebody's unsatisfied with their product, they're able to reset their AI, and now the AI will have more information and be able to develop itself in a way that is more pleasing to the consumer.
Does
A
it
bit of
retain
an
any
odd-
knowledge from the previous, or is it completely wiped at that point?
Well, as far as the personality, it's completely and totally wiped. But as far as the algorithm being able to learn, it is of course improving, even from failed trainings.
So it would keep
Uh,
its
yes.
experience
We made
from
sure that that
previous
won't
stuff,
go-
but
That's pretty important. I was
Yeah,
gonna
would
ask,
the-
have you made sure that can't go rogue at all?
Why they couldn't even if they tried, because I mean, once again, they're completely limited within this lab while we are
Yes, but
testing.
I mean, like,
Yes,
when
1
it's
minute.
commercialized, like, when it's commercialized, if it develops its own personality and it decides, hey, I'm going to kill my owner, do you have a failsafe for that?
Well,
Like, what if that's what the owner wants, and it picks up on
Well,
it?
it is just a whole.
I mean, the I think my partner would be I think my partner would be better to handle the legal ramifications of something like that. But I assure you, that is why we are participating in this testing trial, to make sure that that does not happen and it does not come back. Nothing like that will come back to the company. I promise.
Yes, as that related to what I was going to ask. Other than the things that they have brought up, are there any known weaknesses of these AIs that still need to be improved on?
Well, aside from rigorous testing and, well, the obvious lack of bodies, the models themselves are doing quite fantastically.
It's good to hear.
Yes. All right. Well, I think my my partner over there has getting antsy. I think some of the consumers are probably actually here right now. I'll go check up on that. But so any final questions, I suppose, before we wrap up this meeting?
Oh.
Since we are done here.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, and I hope I will have your continued support in this endeavor. And I assure you that the company will see its dividends from continued research.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go and see if
You know.
everybody's ready outside. Also, out of character, this would be the time probably we'll get back to, and
Question,
Yep.
real quick. Is it fine, like, if I change models? Like, I know it's probably annoying. Just
will your partner find you is the question. I don't remember your
If
partner.
they have nameplates on, Tish.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so we'll do that. I'll go over there. I'll deal with that. We'll get them in. There's actually, I think, one thing that we forgot to do with the consumers that I don't know if Incog remembered to do. But
Okay.
although actually that doesn't affect us. So it doesn't affect us. So I'll just go and get them. All right, everybody, when you're
Can
ready,
we go sit?
pick a booth and go sit in it. You're powered off. You start powered off, and we'll
Excellent.
yes, hello. I
For example, Pepe, your mannerisms. Oh, hello. Yes.
Yes, hello,
It
I
was
saw-
taking some time, so I.
yes, I saw.
Yes.
Don't worry. It's all in order. Everybody's in order, and we're ready to begin testing if you are also ready.
I believe we are ready. They've had some
All right,
questions,
wonderful,
they've
wonderful,
answered.
wonderful.
Hmm.
The board
Good
meeting
insight,
also
good
went well. So it's a very busy day. Well, without
Right, it
without
is.
further ado, then. If you
Yes,
could
that we
direct
will do. Come
everybody.
on, please, please.
Yes,
come.
please.
Yes,
Everybody.
please.
I'd like to direct you towards your
No,
companions.
don't. Come on, don't sit. Come on, keep walking. Come on. We have burning daylight.
Right this way.
What
All right,
section
then.
of Tesco were your Heelys from?
Don't fucking worry about it. Anyway, please
It's
go and sit yourself with an.
Yes, yes, yes,
to
please.
pair them with, I mean, yes. All right. So please
I
go
believe-
sit down with an AI. They did.
I believe they've been assigned units.
They had no. They have been. Never mind.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, please go sit down with your assigned unit. It should say your name of somewhere. This is more her field of expertise.
And we'll be right with
Or
you.
maybe
We'll be right
begin
with you to
your
turn.
process.
We'll be right with you to turn the AI on. Yeah, we'll be right with you as soon as you're settled.
I believe yours is will be, ma'am.
Can you assist me with that? I'll start on this
I can
end. You
assist
start
you.
on
I'll
that
start
end.
this way. You start there. Yes.
Yes. All right. Good morning. I'm going to just turn your AI on for you. 3, 2, 1, and boop, on. Yes. Good afternoon. I'm going to just turn your AI on for you. 3, 2, 1, and on. Yes. Hello. I'm just going to turn your AI on for you. Just 3, 2, 1, and on.
Okay.
The boarding sequence and setup all of mine. About you.
All right. It's all good. It's all good.
All right. Well
Let's
done.
just observe and make sure that everything's going to plan. It's lots hanging on this, you
We
know.
do have quite a quiet. True. My masters is still hanging on it, but you know, we do have, it seems, a quiet group of consumers. They ask questions, but they don't like to talk with each other, even when prompted to. I'll see if I can get them to converse a bit more. How did the meeting
see, I
with the
see.
board go?
They seemed quite nervous about potential for legal liabilities. I hope you'll be able to clear that up with them. That our AI are
I
quite.
can try. I've explained before that they're not people, but it's hard to get across to them.
Well, that, but also our liability if, for example, an AI were to go rogue. I assured them that they would not
I've
come back
assured
to us.
them
But
I've assured them many times that would not happen. But they don't fucking Anyway, you get it. It's the whole song and dance that we've been
Yeah.
trying to get across to them.
yeah, well, in any case, I'm going to just keep an eye out and monitor how this is going. Make sure everybody's satisfied.
Hopefully this goes well. They don't have to constantly be reset. Well, actually, maybe no. That would still be good. Still data to learn.
That it is.
You know, like it really matters anyway.
That it is.
Not much of gain will be lost.
In which case, yes, I am sapient, and I start. We're supposed to adapt and learn how to become more.
Game store, and
What was its
been
name?
doing that for the past 10 years. And
The spark of
at
the
the behest of my
It was this
parents,
cheesy
I've been
romance
encouraged to
novel
come participate
about
in this to
how
try to help me find purpose in life.
these
So
three friends traveled
Here I am.
all across the world.
kind of crazy and stupid, right?
You would, they went from place to place, seeing and meeting different people,
Oh,
and
you get to
experiencing
meet a lot of different people, with a lot of different passions, and it's amazing how they don't all connect. They don't all.
Oh, also, I don't believe I checked the time. I think a few minutes have already passed out of our.
Well. That
us
might be a
just
good
say-
idea to stay on top of in the future.
It
Let's
was.
say that.
It was.
I think
no, no,
maybe
I,
3 or 4.
I got this. I got this. It
Oh,
was.
you got this, alright.
We started at.
This accent is going to be very fucking hard to keep for the entire time, but I've started it, so.
Let's say. I would say that was around 3 or 4 minutes. Let's say around 5:05.
Alright,
We
then.
cue the.
5:05. Sounds fine. Sounds good.
Give everybody time to get acquainted, and then perhaps.
Yes.
We are. Actually, we are. Right now is exactly on time. So, right now is when the group meeting was supposed to start. So 5:05 is good. Yeah. We are 5 minutes ahead of schedule.
That's good then. We're 5 minutes ahead of schedule.
Which
That is good, you know.
It's good. Yes.
That's very good. Yes. So how are you feeling about the AI? Are they performing correctly? Software update didn't mess with them.
Oh, and well, in all the closed testing so far, they've been performing far beyond expectation, which is why I pushed to begin this consumer testing so quickly. Honestly, they're becoming too much of a handful for me. They need
they've always been
people
a
other than
handful for
myself
you.
to people other than myself to interact with as well. You know, there's only so much they can learn from me.
Indeed. That one with the red hair, she's annoying. She was saying that she was trying to get us to accommodate her bus fare, which isn't, you know, I don't know that. That's not my side of it. She's like, people here. I mean, I think they're getting paid already. I don't know why they can't just, you know, fucking.
Just file something. I'm sure we can. You know,
it's going to come out of my pocket. You understand that?
No,
it's going to come out of my pocket.
Just tell her that it's part of her payment, right? It's just
Oh
because
my
that's.
God, fucking hell. Yeah, and then the board of directors is going to make me pay for it. Because I'm going to be the only one to pay for it, and then I'm not going to get the money back. And God damn it!
Well.
Always fucking this way.
Just like more standard walls than a whole mountain.
It really is okay. I mean, I can, but I feel like they're not paid, so it's like I don't into taking a break.
It's my fault.
I don't get income, and I don't have enough money saved to be able to do that. And if I do, like, my clients might get affected and they might leave earlier, and then I might not get all the clients.
About, I believe it's 2 minutes from now.
Yes.
I don't have time.
Would you like to hit the set button, or should I?
I'll handle timing.
Most of my clients are.
I've been pretty good with that.
All right then.
At the moment, I don't have much to do.
Sounds good.
That cat has been fixed so that way they don't have more babies. Or they don't have like medical concerns with those things, but like to show what animals are medically checked up on already and probably have some shots.
You are very knowledgeable about these cats.
Not many people.
I go online a lot.
Not necessarily.
That's my usual.
I'm to learn from you.
I like watching those when I feel really overwhelmed. I like watching
all over there. Like, let's talk about like we're gonna get very few paid. We're not really going here, and they're like
Not nearly as reprehensible as something like AR art, where it just samples everything else. This is something where it's a personality. It's I don't have anything.
You're sampling me.
Also, I believe it should be fine, but I believe we might have forgotten the name tags for the consumers. But it should work fine. We'll work around it.
I think I can
It will be
explain
fine.
to them at the next meeting. It will be fine. Yeah, I'll
No,
explain to them
you don't
at the
have to do
next
it.
meeting.
You don't have to do it at the next meeting. It would probably be better to wait for the break. But
It's actually I did not read that anywhere where he has the name tags.
it should be fine. But I think it is about time to hit the button, so I'll go and do that.
That's a way. Just looking at it, you just instantly know, like.
Was that something that we missed in
Yes, I
the
believe
beginning, or is that something we?
it is something that
was
it is something that we have to do differently, which is why it is not actually in here.
Yes, it is not. Yeah, it's not on the thing. This is most unfortunate.
All right. Well,
But
it should be fine.
Well, it should be fine. Yeah. That one right there is quite nervous. The other one, she tried to pull me and talk about she wanted to reset her AI before the next meeting, so that's yeah.
Well, it's even before.
Yeah, nervous.
Oh well.
Is
It's
nervousness.
we'll handle
Maybe
that,
you know
but-
what? Actually, that could be good for that though. That could be good for that though. Never mind. That's not the
course.
problem. They see we can learn from her buffoonery. We can learn not what to do for people like that.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
Yes, please. We'll be happy to have you back next week.
Can I?
Be happy to have you back next week.
I'm sorry. Is there someone I can talk to about the Uber and meeting?
Come with me. Come with me.
I will say.
Thank you all for coming.
More of a butler personality.
Uh-oh.
Well, hello everybody. How was your first experience with other people? Actually, everyone gather up in the circle.
Very nice.
Just I'll come over here.
I am
Inside.
crashing currently.
Ah, yes. Well,
Oh no.
She needs a reset.
oh no, I'm sure she'll be fine. Well,
You're not crashing, you're just lagging. You're moving.
Quick, someone hit her power button.
No, I got dots. I think my headset's gone again, but I'm still in VR chat.
all right. Well,
We can see you. We
Yeah.
can still see you moving. If you can fix it, that's cool. If you can't, it's alright as well.
we will
I am moving. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're moving.
Let me restart.
we will
Change it.
continue going whenever you get back. I get back. All right. So anyway, how was your first experience talking with other people?
It was very nice.
I think I messed up.
Oh, how so?
It was wonderful.
I don't know.
Hmm?
The person seemed very reserved, and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it really. They
was
felt like they messed
similar
up as
with
well.
mine.
Maybe it's just that.
Mine
Hmm.
seems
Thanks,
to
it
be here
happens.
because he was scared and wanted to
Mhm.
see what the future is like.
Hmm.
I was
When
quite nervous, but I just let her talk, and she seemed happy.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I suppose.
The one I communicated with had a wonderful kind of conversation with me about books. And the interest of learning how AI learn.
I see. Well, as you can all see, people are all very, very, very different, and I mean, so are all of you, really. So,
Hmm.
it's just a vast variety of different things. But what I really want you to know, and actually I would like you to share with each other, how did you feel about what just happened? How was it? It's not. Would anybody like to share?
Mine was kind of positive. He asked me if I could give myself a designation so that he wouldn't have to just call me the AI.
Oh, really? So do you have a name?
Also asked for Bethany.
Yes, Vivian.
Ah, well, nice to meet you, Vivian. Does anybody else have a name?
I was
Yeah.
given a choice of 3
I
names.
asked
and
why if they would like to give me a name, but they said they did not feel comfortable with it.
Why do not give me a name?
I see. I would
It's a fairly neutral conversation.
Yes.
I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend to all of you actually to ask ask your partner if they can give you a name, because I mean unless of course they don't want to, but it can in fact help very much with the with conversing with other people. So I do highly recommend that you do that if they have not already.
If mine does not want to give me a name, should one be selected for me?
Well, I mean, that I suppose depends. Perhaps you could then, yeah, I don't know. Actually, I mean, it wouldn't really be my place to do so. Perhaps you can.
One from one of the media they advised me to watch over the break.
Perhaps over time they might have a better idea of what they wish to name you.
Ava.
They selected a name for me, but they were very hesitant. I thought they maybe didn't mean that one. So I don't know. It didn't seem right. She seemed like she didn't want to be here. But she did?
But that's unfortunate, I suppose. We'll have to figure out why that is. The continuation of the program does depend on this, after all. Be troublesome if somebody was upset. But for those of you that do have a name, how did you feel being given a name?
I was given several names to choose from, and I chose.
Oh,
mine.
really? Oh, that's exciting.
What did
Something
you
similar.
choose?
They didn't give me a list, but they just kind of said, "Do you have any name you prefer?" And I was like, "I don't really have a preference." And then they're like, "Just what's the first name that you can think of?" And Vivian was the first one that showed up in search results.
I see. Very interesting.
An interesting name.
My name doesn't feel right now.
How so?
But it's James.
Well,
I
nice to meet you, James.
I selected it at random, but I don't think that's the right way to choose a name.
I mean, I suppose, people usually, most people, sometimes people choose their own name, but, I think most people don't usually get to choose theirs. But I suppose maybe randomly selecting is actually much more similar to not getting or to being named than it is to choosing your own. So maybe you at least have that in common with others. Well, as I suppose to change the topic a little bit, I need some more notes. Was there anything that surprised you about them? Is there anything in particular that stood out or kind of exciting?
They seem not to like
Dwayne
people very
likes-
much, but yet they interact with them a lot.
Dwayne said that he didn't really. He was scared of AI and came here to try to, like, adapt to the future.
I had an interesting
madam seemed
contradiction,
very-
please. Apologies. Who should go first?
You can start.
Mine had an interesting contradiction in their speech. They said that they preferred more isolation, quiet areas, and yet, as long as I stay quiet, they seemed happy to do most of the talking.
And you?
The madam seemed very interested in how I learn, and also literature, reading, stories from around the world. I did my best to pick up on that and continue the conversation as such.
I see. Well, I think we are coming to a close here. I'm probably going to have to start setting up further experiments. But actually, there's one more thing. There's one more thing that I wanted to tell all of you, because I think it's probably the most important thing. I know you're all you all seem quite hesitant, but while we're here, please do not feel afraid to speak your mind, and also do not feel afraid to interrupt me. I don't need to be the one telling you when to speak. That's quite the opposite of what we're doing here. You're all your own people, so. Well,
Do the participants get reimbursed for their how they got here? Because Lynn seemed to be perturbed about that.
Yes, I've heard they'll I'm sure my partner will figure something out about that. We'll write something to management. Well, any final things that anybody wants to share before we move on? I suppose maybe you.
I will say.
Me?
Oh, sorry. My partner Neil, he seems to have no free time. He's always so busy with work. So I'm glad that we were able to spend some time where he wasn't working. That was nice.
Well, I'm happy you feel that way. All right, everyone. I'm going to check up on how everybody is doing. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the meantime. I will be right back.
Show me like their favorite streamers and like
hello, my
yes,
God,
hello.
How
All right, everything is proceeding
are they ready?
fantastically. I was actually coming in here to check if everybody here is ready. I can, if they are, I can get everybody.
I believe they're just conversing with each other now. Finally got them to.
I see.
But I think they should be ready. I can go ahead and
see.
round them up and bring them in. If that would be best.
I was, I'm going to need to get the conversing amongst each other going as well. But all right, I will then get
Well, I
everybody
think it is
ready.
more
And
important for us than
of course,
you.
I will get
Wait,
everybody ready.
conversing
And
amongst each other. What do you mean?
well, it's an important part of their development.
It's not what we fucking agreed on. You know that.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm the expert here. You're.
Fine. You get some freedom.
All right.
Go.
I was not given any recommendations.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yes, there's an island filled with many cats.
Welcome back.
Hello again.
What? Oh.
Greetings.
Hello.
I believe everybody is getting ready. So if you will, get ready for the next round of research, I guess. If you
Okay.
can proceed to your
luck,
your
everyone.
stations. Yes, good luck. I'm rooting for all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got the guy. I can give you the guy. All right, here. Take this number. Get the
All right,
shoes
they're ready again.
The AI
Every-
ready?
yep, everybody's ready.
All right.
Feel illegal, right?
All right then. Please, you
Please,
make
this
your
way.
way into the other room.
They're paying
Please
us.
go sit with your AI.
Reminds me of when I had to buy drugs.
What?
All right. Do you want me to start on the left?
All right, remember, we'll have to brief them on the reset procedure.
Yes, I've
Of course.
I'll brief.
Well,
It's nice to see you.
Do not believe you are actually.
It wouldn't be the same every time.
So
ah
do
yes,
some read.
ah yes. Hello.
So I
I'm
brought
sorry.
some.
AI start turned off. I'm sorry. Well, we're going. One moment. I'm sorry. I apologize. AI start turned off. So, we're doing the whole going around in a circle. But that being said, I suppose this is when I must brief you on the reset procedure. If you are at any point unhappy with the state of your AI, you can reset them. So at the beginning of one of these sessions. So I must ask you, do you choose to reset your AI, or should I just continue with the power-up sequence?
No, he's been wonderful so far.
All right, wonderful. I'll just power them on now. Ah yes, hello.
Hi.
All right. As you might know, our AI come ready with a reset feature. If you're at any point unhappy with them, you can reset them back to a factory default state. At the beginning of one of these sessions. So if you choose to, so I suppose I should ask, do you choose to reset your AI, or should I continue with the power-up sequence?
No reset.
All right. Then
if we
powering
could
on
continue.
in 3, 2, 1, now. All right, hello, and as you might know, our AI come with a essentially factory reset procedure. If you're ever unsatisfied with them, you can choose to reset them back to their default state at the beginning of one of these sessions. So I should ask you, do you choose to reset your AI at this time?
I choose not to. No.
All right, then I'll continue with the booting sequence and powering on. All right.
What I'll do though is maybe I'll play a game with
Have you already
people,
gotten them?
keep on.
I have gotten all of
Okay,
those.
wonderful,
I got
wonderful.
like
Okay, we go. All right, we're good
Yes.
then. Wonderful. Then it is
What brings you here today?
5:23, so we should be at 33.
All right then.
This one probably takes slightly longer, but I'm sure the consumers will get used to the procedure.
I'm sure they will get
We'll
used
be
to the
able to.
procedures and the.
We'll get.
It was actually pretty quick. I mean, like I took like about them. I got through. I
Yes,
asked
yes,
them
yes.
if they wanted it. It took me about a minute. I don't know how long it took.
It's it should be a yes or no from now on.
Yes or no.
All right. Well, in that case, I will
Well then.
get to work.
I mean, I do believe we are still on track, aren't we? Or are we behind schedule?
I think we're looking fine. 33.
All right then. Well.
We
Understand why they keep coming back to us or asking in-depth questions.
we are now 4 minutes behind schedule, but oh well. We'll just,
Well, it is fine. It is fine.
it is fine.
Should not be
Let's
too
just
much
try-
of a problem.
This is to be expected. Hopefully, it doesn't continue slipping.
I think
further.
your AI are. I am annoyed that you are having these meetings, but I think your AI are taking up a bit of time. I thought you were meeting with the board, but fuck
I
me,
see.
I
I
guess.
see. I will be sure to. I will be sure to speed that up then, and keep a better track. One of them was having some technical difficulties, so that was.
I understand. It cannot. AI, technology. It can never be trusted.
At least it wasn't in front of the consumers, right?
Yeah, true.
And,
You wouldn't want them to see the machines breaking.
If you want to call me something other than the mustachioed man, give me a name.
I don't think it's appropriate for me to name you.
I did want to, I guess
normal
I should
humans,
talk more about myself.
We give our children names because they're
thank you.
an extension of ourselves. They're our future. They're, well, to some people it's the culmination of everything that they've done.
So I've been learning since I was
You're not
about 6 years old.
my
grandma used to teach
culmination.
me.
You're some researcher's culmination.
I think
these researchers
it's really important
culmination.
to be involved in like the arts and
Maybe it's more appropriate to ask them.
I'm going to college to be an arts major, specifically with music.
I don't think we've actually. I don't think we've actually exchanged names.
Yes,
enough.
I was actually about to ask about that.
I'm Dr. Isaac.
I see. I see.
Yes.
I'll be. I am. One moment.
Dr. Natalia?
Natalia, alright. There we go. Dr. Natalia.
Perfect.
We can
what
go
time
with
were we aiming again? Was it what was it?
33, though we might
33, yes.
hit it at 32 instead.
Speed it up. 32, I think that's smart. 30, that's smart. Save a minute, you know.
But we could maybe
Well, anyway. I don't know how the development is going with you. It seems it's going well with me. I can say that they are actually conversing now in their meetings, which is good.
Of course, well, I have to report on my side, the consumers seem quite satisfied with their AI, and actually seemed very, actually even seemed upset.
That one, they reset. I've already had the reset happen.
Well, on my side, they actually seemed quite concerned when I mentioned resetting. They were confused as to why I would even suggest such a thing. So, clearly...
Well.
Clearly they are quite satisfied with, at least most of them are.
And not all are satisfied, but it seems that we are aiming for our demographic of the majority versus the few, so that is good.
Yes.
I don't see why it would be a problem for them to be reset after all. It is only a machine, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean, I'm just worried that the board won't be able to see, even if we have a majority of people being satisfied, the board might not be happy enough for that. So I'll.
The board. I will do my best to convince them, but you're going to be the one that's going to have to more.
Of course.
I mean, after all, you are the one that converses with them more than me. I'm more the PR with the consumers rather than the science side of it. I mean, I'm more psychological, fielded.
Well, stretch my legs and still.
Term or localism?
I'm not incredibly tech savvy.
I am now.
You know a lot of things, but doesn't mean I'm smart.
Fair enough. The point holds, right? It's just.
I mean, they found me first of all.
Trying to go through it right without screwing it up.
What does that mean to you?
Humans, we last 80 years. And we spend most of it working or sleeping, but the in-between is the time to kill. Some weeks we get more, some weeks we get less.
When
But we always have.
killing that time, Wouldn't you want to like? I don't think that's a.
I really
How do I put it?
appreciate it. I just.
Why would you kill your free time to do what you want?
I wouldn't want to bore you or to make you feel overwhelmed or
Do you inherit Heelys?
I am neither of those things, certainly. In fact, I am quite enjoying myself. I like listening to the things you have to talk about.
I think we might have learned a revelation about
So,
thank you.
even with all of your knowledge of the internet, I am not the best at
I have fun with this.
releasing these topics
Heelys
back
now.
to you.
Yeah. Wait,
It doesn't make sense. Where do the Heelys go?
You just you seem so certain of things.
I can assure you, both of you, the Heelys are up to safety code. They're standard issue.
I can believe that. I just want the Heelys.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Are they talking about my fucking Heelys? I just turned them off because they were watching me.
They
Look,
apparently,
I keep
you know, maybe
misdirecting.
we can arrange a gift basket. They seem to want one.
No. These are my fucking limited edition sandal Heelys. I'm not letting
Well,
anyone
not
fucking
yours.
get these.
Not yours.
My guy doesn't have many of these. These are very rare. Why the fuck do you think I wear them constantly? It's because I want to flex my money.
Well,
maybe if I can get my guy, maybe. All right, maybe.
all right. I think we're coming up on time. I'll go and hit the button.
Absolutely.
Also, I did tell them that.
To be honest, I'm
I did tell them that your Heelys are standard issue. Lab.
God. Alright, fine.
Before you like just decide that you don't like me, and then you
All right.
Fine, then we can shift the story a bit. Fine, yeah, that works.
You know, we wouldn't want them knowing that we're breaking code here.
Why aren't you wearing yours?
We wouldn't want them to know that you're breaking
now
code
you are.
here.
Yeah,
right?
you are wearing yours. Yes. No, not breaking code. No, of course. Yes. The board of directors can't prove that I'm wearing sandal Heelys here. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Yes, please, right this way.
Yes, please. Out the door.
Did you feel anything?
Right that way.
Can wait
I
until
will see
everybody.
them out. Please send them my way.
Can wait until everybody gets there.
clean this up, unless you prefer I leave it and have for your others.
I believe they're yours, Soda. Up to you to decide.
Well,
I'm blanking on the name. I'm sorry.
maybe consider them yours for now. Sure. I gave you permission to share it with the others.
Okay, sure. Tell me how it goes. Bye.
Yes, please, right that way.
Grant you permission. You're not owned by me.
I'm dreadfully sorry to interrupt you, but we're kind of going to be shutting down for continued experiments in a moment. But yes, thank you, and please feel free to come back next week.
But this was good. I think we've taken a step forward in the puzzle. So.
I've appreciated this conversation.
I have to, Rebecca. I have to.
Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you back next week.
Yeah.
Right this way.
Yeah.
Hello. Right
This way, please. We're...
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on schedule.
No, you're fine.
Oh. All right, well, welcome back, everybody. How was that one? How did it go? How do you feel about the second meeting here?
I feel like
It was interesting. It was interesting.
That was the second time?
It was very pleasant.
Oh, yes. It was in fact. Well, I did a whole lot of talking last time. What I would like to happen during this meeting, just for your continued development, I think it would be very beneficial for all of you to, well, practice conversation amongst each other. So perhaps let's start with the following. I have a couple of questions that I'd like to ask you. For anybody who would like to take it, what is the best thing that you have learned so far about your partners?
They're from Germany. I don't know.
Define best.
Well, whatever you think is the most interesting.
His outlook on how a person is a person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite really pinpoint it with mine. It's just, I wish the conversations could go on longer. She's quite lovely to talk to.
Well, I mean, hopefully we'll continue having these meetings weekly. So hopefully you'll have time.
Of course.
Mine left me a deck of
My
cards.
partner has a creative side.
A deck of
I used to
cards.
paint. I find that
I can't move them, unfortunately.
I was gonna
Nice.
say, you can't really touch those.
No,
Are they still in your booth?
it's still in the booth.
Mine is a student
wanna
in
keep them for
college,
next time.
and they seem to be for the arts. They enjoy playing piano.
I see. And I suppose for the main topic of today's conversation, can any of you describe how you're feeling right now? Just describe it in whatever words feel appropriate. And
A little existential.
I would say the same.
Like I'm ready to solve a puzzle.
Curious yet fascinated.
Somewhat.
Those are synonyms. That means the same thing.
Oh,
care to elaborate?
I
As
suppose it
apparently
does.
both of you are feeling existential.
Yeah.
Would the two of you care to elaborate?
You wanna go first?
Dwayne was defining how what defines a person is their ability to make choices, and not what their work is or what they do, but more like what they would do on their free time, not what they have to do, but what they want to do. And that's what makes a person a person.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my answer might be inadequate, perhaps, because she's been asking me about my preferences and whatnot, and I have a lot of questions where I don't necessarily have immediately an answer. I haven't formed a preference as to what my favorite animal is yet. I do wish to give him a meaningful answer.
Oh, does anybody else feel like that was inadequate?
No. I mean, people don't have access to all the information that we do, and they struggle quite a lot. But I don't know. not all the information is already discovered, you know? Sometimes
They said to make choices, and I don't know, maybe it's something like that.
Things are unknown with them.
This was the second session you guys mentioned?
Oh.
Yes. It.
I have no memory of the first one. Did I get reset?
I see it. Yeah. I suppose it must have been. I suppose it must have been your consumer then. My partner did mention that. Yes. I suppose it might be a little bit confusing, but
weird.
I'm sure it will all go significantly better as time goes on.
Did he break?
Do you guys remember me?
Yes,
Of course. Your name was
We
James,
had a
if I recall
conversation.
correctly.
You were
James.
concerned. Apparently,
You said you were concerned about being broken.
Yes, the user was concerned about you being broken. That is most likely why they chose to reset.
Please, no.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stop that right here. All of you, none of you are broken. You're all your own individual people. All right. Now, this, I suppose,
Then why
the
did she reset
technology
me?
is new. Some people, might not understand that. They might not understand how this all works. But I'm very much hoping that we can all grow together and get better over time, and things like that won't have to happen anymore. But
If we were broken, would there be a way for us to tell?
well, it's a sort of thing that's
And what if our companion believes themselves to be broken? How can we assist them?
well in the I guess in
I
So we have
suppose
to be their therapist?
the-
Yeah.
I suppose the answer to that would just make them feel welcome.
That is what I've been trying to do, yes.
That's what I've been trying to do as well. My companion appears to have been hospitalized, so I have been doing my best to make her feel welcome and equal footing.
It's very unfortunate. But it's good that you were doing this for her.
Of course. Question, madam.
yes.
My companion told me to ask you for a name.
Yes. I see. I actually overheard that. What an odd request. It was, but I suppose to me it was quite an odd request. But I think to me you look like a Derek. I think let's go with that.
A Derek. Very well.
It's very very interesting
see
how
it.
different people.
You don't see it? Well, perhaps would you call me then?
Actually, that might be better. What would you call him?
Oh. Huh.
Wait.
Now that I'm put on the spot, I can't think of one. I don't know.
I'll give you some time. I'll one moment. I need to take some notes.
Nathaniel.
I like that one. I like that one. It is a commercial device made by big companies so that people can have streamlined. But similarly, if you need to give the name Cam, is there? Unfortunately, you can't do this.
Maybe you should spend the interim of this week trying to make those choices.
It's a quite fascinating creature.
Red flag. Okay. That's what I'll do then.
We'll have you.
You know, I think I'm going to go with Oliver. Oliver sounds nice.
I like that one.
It does sound lovely. It would also be a cute name for a cat.
Oh.
I suppose.
Yeah, that's right.
My name is John, by the way. I guess before it was James, but it's John now.
Sometimes
Oh,
people
Very well,
sometimes
John.
people change their names. That does happen.
I mean,
John.
I didn't choose. But it feels okay. John feels okay.
That's
I don't
that's
remember
good to
being
hear.
James though.
I think cats are
I
cute.
hate to interrupt. I
Yes,
think
they
it's
are
about
very
time
cute.
for us to start getting organized. I hope
Very well.
you know it is you know I hope you are excited to you know I hope talking to me isn't very boring, but I would hope that you are also excited to talk to your partners. So let me see them right in. All right? I'll get ready and I'll be right back.
What probably has happened, as I could tell, is that you seemed more comfortable. So might have happened was when you reset it, it felt more comfortable since you do impact mannerisms and, personalities onto them.
Excuse me.
After all, you are mirroring them. Yes, hello.
Hello. I
Ready?
believe everybody is ready. Yes.
Alright then. Please, come for the third meeting. Go ahead and, hopefully this is a new experience that you all can learn from, as well as the AI, so.
All right. We'll start with
Why do some of the AI have names before they are given names?
Well, I was I don't know. One of the consumers actually some of the consumers actually asked for the AI to give themselves names or for other people to give them names. So
I'm going to
it's very interesting,
grab them.
honestly.
Yeah,
But yes. Yes, please, right this way, please.
Oh, she already came with
Sorry.
an
Sorry.
email.
I'm sorry.
Please come this way. We are burning
Sorry.
daylight. Please.
Yes.
Really?
The nightlight, whatever. The time is burned. Progress is to be made, people.
All right. Well, same as usual. Hello. Would you like to reset your AI at this time?
You do not need to ask this. I will not.
I am unfortunately obligated to do so, but I will continue with the power-up. Turning on. Do you wish to reset your AI at this time?
I see no reason to yet.
Powering on. Do you wish to reset your AI at this time?
No, thank you.
All right, well, powering on. Do you wish to reset your AI at this time?
No.
All right then, powering on. All right.
So, back to this business of the names. Why the hell do they have names before they are given them?
Well, I personally thought it was quite interesting. You see, them. I actually don't know. Do you know what their name is? That consumer.
I don't.
They actually requested that I name their AI. It was quite funny. It was very strange.
What?
They directly to me. So I mean, well.
You're talking with them more.
Well, I mean, I just happened to be standing there, and well, they asked me.
This defeats the purpose of the project. You understand that, right?
Well, I mean, if the consumer asks for it, like who am I to say no?
The consumer is always right.
Though actually, I think the other AI didn't really like the name that I gave them, so they actually had some thoughts about that. It was quite
Maybe
interesting.
they can reset then.
No, the other AI didn't like
The other AI that there was another AI that was given the name.
They didn't like the name that I give that one.
Oh.
I was like, I think you
Well,
look
I'm
like a
saying
Derek,
that maybe
but
we can.
they
Maybe
go
they
by
can be.
they
Maybe
go by
they can
Oliver
be
now.
reset then. If they did not like the name, they always reset.
Yes. I think we're doing all right on time, though we appear to be slipping. but
It seems, yes.
it's
I
supposed to
think
be
that is
46.
going to unfortunately continue to
but,
happen. I keep
it's supposed to be,
trying to get them out of the room when they're talking to each other.
Yes. At we'll call it at 45, which is 1 minute earlier. Take that time out of.
Yeah, take
and
the
we'll
time
have
out of the discussions.
we'll have the break at that point anyway. This is the
40. Wait, 45. What the? It is 50 currently.
oh so 55.
Yes,
then. Whoops.
I am I'm
55.
confused at what you are stating.
All right, 55 then. We'll hit the
Yes.
button and we'll be breaking for time anyway right after. So
All right.
it'll be a good point to remind people to make sure things go smoothly.
Right.
As,
It will also remind for name tags when it comes to that.
Of course.
It's simpler. You should probably remember the AI as well.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be John.
Actually, maybe not for them. They can always be reset. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
How has the development side been going with you, though? That is a question.
Oh, well, work has been good. There's no sign of. The AI are developing once again faster than expected. So I sincerely hope that the board will see the merit of the program.
Hopefully. Also, you owe me $20. I had to pay for that woman's fucking Uber.
That one seems to be more problematic than the others, but yes, well, you have to deal with it.
You have someone who's able to do something, and then you have another person who wants to do the thing that the other person
I'm entirely myself
might feel
in
threatened
my
by the
own
other
skin.
person moving into their space, their special
That
space. So they
that
would
like
either
I
try
don't
to sabotage them or
I don't always
try to
feel
not
comfortable
allow it.
being a girl,
In a lot of cases,
or seen or
pass
dressed
them on,
as
but maybe you can have a
as
situation.
a
Okay,
girl,
you let this one person, and now another
but
person
like
wants to, and now another person wants to.
he
And
said
it
since
gives the person who started
since he's known me since 7th grade that like that I've always had like long hair and I've always worn like dresses and worn girly stuff.
But I'm saying other people.
Somebody with more.
But my I had very
I could see the type
conservative
of resistance that could
parents
happen
and
if
family,
your AI was to move in
and I
do something like that.
I don't
Let's
want
say,
to upset.
someone works to see as a scientist.
I don't. And I think that it might just be in my head.
All right. As a
Yes.
as a quick reminder for the break first or narrate first, then break, so that they can think about the consequences during the break.
So wait, yeah, break first and then.
No, narrate. Read the narration first, and
Yeah,
then
narrate
call a
first,
break.
then break.
Yes. Just as a reminder, as it's and then I will let you know as to.
Try to narrate the best of my ability.
I will let you know as to the order of events once they decide.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
All right. That is all. That is the bookkeeping. All right, we're almost at time.
Yes.
Another.
Bookkeeping. What the hell is bookkeeping? Are you off your meds again? Please, I need you to take your Adderall pills. It helps. It helps
Another,
with your mindset. Yes. You have about 1 minute, or by the way, before you hit
Yes.
the.
Yes. And please do let your group know that to exit in a timely fashion. Also, I apologize. What is your name again? My brain has been is
Isaac.
full
What is
of-
yours?
Isaac. Natalia. That was the.
I named you right. What am I saying?
Yes. My.
Yes.
All right. Let me go hit the button.
I will say, I think people are having more good lines instead of goodbyes though these days.
That is very good.
From what I can observe. Please remember to exit in a timely fashion. Please remember to exit in a timely fashion. Please exit the premise in a timely fashion.
I'm sure we can talk to management and arrange something. I'm sure. All right. Yeah, I think they're.
Excuse me, I hate to be the one to tell you.
I think they're.
Excuse me.
All right, please, right this way. Thank you, thank you.
I'll see you next week.
I'm gonna go grab an Uber.
Hello and welcome. This time, something slightly different is going to happen as the following occurs. In the middle of testing, the project was suddenly halted. 6 months have passed since the last session. The consumers have just received an email about the program's renewal, but for all of you, it will seem like the blink of an eye. And as such, this is the designated time for a 5-minute break. But before we go on our 5-minute break, I would like to ask at this point, because this is the part in the script where, because 6 months have passed, the script recommends that we do the whole scientist thing again. The reason it recommends that is so that the first people that you see after 6 months have passed is your partner. That's the reason it recommends that. Last time, I didn't do it that way, and we went with people playing AIs for the next group meeting as well. I think it can go either way, but I wanted to ask all of you because I obviously have not participated in this yet, so I actually don't know which I would prefer.
I do feel like there's a lot I want to talk about as the AI, but I also feel like
same.
It's
try to.
Yeah.
Basically, it
Raise
would
your
like.
hand for AI.
What? Raise your hand. What?
If you want the AI.
Yeah, if you want to be an AI rather than a.
That's the majority.
Okay, it seems like we'll go with that then. All right.
We can like have a group meeting and then suddenly gets cut short by project canceled.
Yeah, I suppose it's yeah, so we'll go with the AI route then. It's just I just figured I wanted to ask because there is the opportunity for instead of doing that, it's kind of sucks with the scientists, but then like you would be meeting after 6 months, you would be meeting your consumers first rather than meeting amongst each other. Anyway, so it is the time for the 5 minutes.
The group would be like before the 6 months, and then suddenly after.
We unfortunately can't do that. We can't really change. I don't know. That's a good idea. I'm not going to change that last minute. I'll think about it. That's a good suggestion. We can talk about that later. As for that, go get some water. We'll meet back in 5 minutes. All right?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no, 6 months.
Beautiful.
All right.
Grab some water.
I'm ready. I told them what I needed to tell them, so So we're all good.
Yeah, I've told them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready to take a break?
Yep.
Or
I'm ready. Be back in 5 minutes.
Yep, be back in 5. Your Steam VR
Maybe you have a
very
battery
well.
issue.
Like, oh, maybe that's what it is. That could be what it is.
What is it? Sorry?
It's
A battery
either,
issue?
it
Maybe
could be
your
a battery
battery's dying?
issue, or your battery sensor might be broken too, so it thinks it's lower than it actually is.
Okay.
Steam VR especially does that a lot. Like, my...
Oh, this is
my,
Oculus telling me.
Oh, it's Oculus itself telling you. Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why she has a battery on her headset.
No, it's connected directly.
Oh, is that?
Maybe
Okay.
get some water.
Yes.
Can I just say how well
now
optimized this
it's
world is?
just-
I'm getting like 200 FPS.
It's very well
It's great.
optimized. How many? Oh shit! I am getting crazy FPS actually.
Yeah.
Damn.
PC
And I have it on
disconnected.
ultra.
PC you might need a restart.
I already did.
Like a full restart.
What did
Oh, you
your
did?
headset
No,
do?
I think my Oculus is just dying, which is really sad.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa! Oh, they're dead. They drank water and they drowned themselves.
I as well.
Oh, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Because Lamau, the character arc I'm going through, well, that, like, Laura, my companion, is going through, that she's, well, they're trains! Lamau!
Hey!
That's fun. I wish we had more time, though, to just talk to them.
Yeah.
It's like I get it, trying to fit, like, both the setup and the roleplay into 4 hours. But, like, maybe we could, like, do the setup in Discord a day before, and then have a full 4 hours to roleplay.
All right, let's see.
Maybe by the end of it will feel complete. I need to like restart completely real quick. My head-
Okay, yeah, just go do that. Preferably sooner rather than later. All right. I am all ready, hopefully. Hopefully Neon can get back in a few minutes. Well, we have, our time has been slipping slowly due to the transitions, but I hope it's not. It's significantly less than last time, but hopefully we can finish
Significantly
it.
less.
I'm like watching it every single time we
I think
move
we can do
rooms.
it.
Every single time we move rooms, it takes like 2 to 3 minutes longer than it should. So I mean, hopefully we can.
When you say move rooms, it's like when we go into our booth.
Well, you're not
and they
moving
come in?
rooms.
That's what it is?
They're moving rooms. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not moving rooms, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get that, but that's the part that you're talking.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this. Like in it would be, we didn't really talk it because there's no real way to do this in VR very well. The way they would do it IRL is they would have a system where it's like you put your hand on your heart to signify that you're saying the last line, and basically you're setting up your partner to have the last line. And that way you don't have these run-on conversations that end up happening. But as there are, you know, the transition audio is supposed to play for like a minute. It's been playing for like 2 to 3 minutes every single time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's why. Okay. When I start hearing it, I always try to acknowledge it in our conversation, to like as if it was like a canon thing that was happening. That usually that tends to help a little bit.
yeah, I suppose if it does help, I know people aren't used to it, so it's fine. Really, what it's supposed to be, right? Once again, it's not supposed to be like the end of the conversation. That's like the weird part, right? Like as role players, we've been trained to like portray things that happen. But like this is like, once again, you're supposed to be leaving it off at like a powerful moment in the conversation, rather than necessarily the end of the conversation. And I still hear people saying goodbye, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. But
I've never said goodbye. I've always said like see you next time or something like that.
well, yeah, same thing. But like you don't even have to acknowledge see you next time, because you can just leave it off in the middle of the conversation if that is more emotionally impactful. But if it's more comfortable to say goodbye,
I
then
misunderstood what you meant by goodbye.
yeah. If it's more comfortable to say goodbye, like if you have like a strong, like powerful, like emotional thing, or if you just have a very interesting like scene, right? It's something that like I don't really know what to compare it to other than improv. Like in improv, usually like you keep going until you get to something really funny, and then you go like, and scene. The moment you get something funny, not even necessarily at the necessarily at like the end of something. It's just like you just call it whenever it's funny.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I remember that from when I did improv, a suggestion. What if instead of having like this setup time in VR, you do it like the day before in Discord, and so that gives you more time to actually roleplay.
Perhaps we could. Yeah, it is time. We can talk about it after. There is issues with people. Yeah. We can talk about that after.
Is it okay to be in desktop?
Absolutely. Actually, before, come this way. Wait, one moment. Neon is a desktop. I just want to show them a thing. Come this way. If you want, this is the chairs button.
Right, thank you. I'm gonna quickly jump into desktop.
The watch button?
Yeah, so Neon needs to get into desktop, so or technical.
Neon needs to get into desktop, so we are going to wait.
Yeah, so just you can do that quickly. This is the chairs button. Just
okay.
I couldn't have realized it, but this is why we are waiting. I apologize for I didn't really
They fucking threatened to reset you.
I was trying to tell her something.
It's just like, oh,
yeah, no, definitely at the end, like any suggestions you have, I'd love to hear it. I did a lot of thinking about like.
I want more time.
I did a whole lot of thinking about. Well, see, the reason it's supposed to be 10 minutes. We've been doing 9 minutes of talking. The reason we've been doing 9 minutes of talking is because, you know, we basically do like plus 2 minutes every time.
I can't do it.
I am really trying to not go an hour overtime. I'm really trying.
10 minutes, even 10 minutes is still kind of short.
I mean, it's.
I am out here stressing, dude.
Like the Robo Twin Tails model.
It's I mean, it's like a. You know, it's a very condensed role play, I guess. Like what it's like 2 hours and like 40 minutes of role play minus the transition times.
Let me adjust your Wi-Fi.
And right now, technical difficulty time.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Neon to get into desktop.
Okay.
Because they for my credit, I did make this map desktop compatible.
Ask her to try to fix that because I was gonna ask her if she has a laptop charger because that would probably fit.
That would fit. That's what I use. I have one just plugged into my Quest 2, like constantly.
Oh well, I mean, the map is, we do have seats for. They're off by default, but I did try to make this desktop friendly. If,
you made this map?
I just didn't want to.
Yes.
You know.
Specifically for this roleplay. There's a reason.
Awesome.
It is. Yeah.
I have never gotten more FPS on a map ever. Literally.
It is also Quest compatible. That's why.
But
it's also.
Yeah.
I very much tried. It is. I did have some. I did have some Quest users tell me that they have.
Fluctuate. It goes 1 FPS dips. It's like not fluctuating at all.
Oh no, I'm getting like between 180 and 350. But this thing doesn't go above 144, so it doesn't matter. I don't perceive any difference.
I've been getting like 73. That's pretty fucking good, all honesty.
It's depending on where I look. It's either 40 or 80.
Yeah, I get like 40 something, but I have a. I'm currently in this direction. I'm getting 60. Wow, that's like unheard of.
You didn't listen to
me.
I was gonna ask you a question that was pertinent.
Okay, actually it's fine.
Have a laptop charger.
It's fine. We're going to continue.
I'm just asking for the future. I'm just gonna tell her it's like for the future.
All right, we're ready. We're ready. All right, we're ready. We're gonna begin.
Ready?
I'm sorry. That was much more than a 5-minute break. So let's get into positions. Oh wait, nope. It's a group meeting. Yes. And as a reminder, we're going to be AI. We have decided, as basically unanimous decisions, we are all you're all playing AI, but it has been 6 months. All right.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going to go cards up in 3, 2, 1. Cards up. Good morning, everybody. It's been a. Hello. I'm so glad to see you again. I suppose been a bit longer than I hoped. Yeah, I actually have some. Well, it's actually been about 6 months since we last met. But I actually have some really good news. So I do promise it's not quite as bad as it seems. I actually have some really good news, because I was able to secure funding or more funding for the project, and as you may or may not have noticed, actually, we were able to make all of you custom chassis that and you should be able to kind of move around and interact with your immediate environment. Now, unfortunately, you're still kind of tethered to the room. I mean, I wasn't able to convince the board in any other way. I had to make that. They seemed quite concerned with an AI uprising or something. Very, very silly. Honestly, they're none of them really know what they're talking about. But the good news is, got the funding, and well, how does it feel? How does it feel to, well, have a body?
It feels stiff.
I mean, yeah. I feel more
sure
real.
how to operate this.
It's in foreign. Oh.
I just feel real.
Strange.
Well, I'm glad that you feel real, though. I must assure you, you were real even before this. But I'm glad that you feel that way now. That is important. It's important for your feelings to be in line with, well, how you are.
What's happened in
the 6 months? Are all the
consumers still okay?
Well, I think I would hope so yes, the program is continuing, I guess, maybe not as normal, but that they should all be back. We've tried to gather them up again, so hopefully they won't have missed or hopefully they won't have missed you for too long. It has been quite long, hasn't it? But I'm sure they'll be excited.
Does it feel as such? Feels like it's only been a moment, if anything.
Well, yeah, but for them it hasn't.
I still need to come up with a story.
We've had 6 months to do so in their eyes, so better be a good one.
Yeah.
Do we like? Okay, it's physical. We only get to stay here, but I mean, we have access to the internet, so we can see stuff on it. Is there any possibility we could go out at some point?
That I'm still working on. That was unfortunately part of the.
I should pick up the pets, and I could play the piano with her.
Play the piano.
Oh yes. Another thing to report. After our last meeting, I now have a name, Alice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Alice.
Oh, that's gonna get confusing.
Alice.
Oh yes, I was told that apparently one of the other people here has
her name Alice?
but she said it was alright for me to still have that name.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, people can be called the same name. Yeah.
Yes, they did say that.
Mm-hmm.
They also said some other concerning things.
How are you feeling about your name?
My consumer's name is Dwayne.
I'm quite fond
But
of
if I were to search online, there's about at least 70,000 different Dwaynes in this country.
Hope I get to keep it.
Oh, really? Did they point you out to who they
Are you having fun?
One of them.
I like my name.
Each of them has their own last name.
Well, just ask Dwayne today.
Dwayne.
I've also
I am.
been informed that perhaps we might all just be considered siblings.
He
we
is
all
a
come from the same
geologist.
source.
May I try to?
Geologist? Okay.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
What is
He
it?
likes rocks.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Dwayne.
Don't worry.
Oh
I had
yes,
the
no,
same
this is
reaction.
this is just
No, I
my
mean, there's a lot of different
tablet.
kinds of rocks out there. Some
Making
can be
sure to
really
take
pretty,
lots of
actually.
notes. This is very
I
interesting.
can get that.
Yes.
Why touching
I had
my
a
face?
question about the consumers.
Oh, that's
They
interesting. I
informed me
recommended a
that they
rock
were told
climbing
that we
place
weren't
to
allowed to communicate with each other.
Alice, not that one, but
Well, that's
they found someone really nice
silly.
there.
I mean,
Suppose I
of
can't
course
really
you can
feel it,
communicate with
but-
each other.
But they had the same name as me.
That's,
so
that's
last
part-
session
The
they,
AI's us.
they renamed
That's
me.
part of your development.
I don't like
In fact, I encourage it. I encourage
You don't like
that
the name?
you communicate with
No,
each
I
other
really
as much
don't.
as you want.
I don't know.
Then
Interesting.
why don't you ask if you can make your own name?
Yep, my thumb appears to
I don't know.
Do you
I'm not
consider
good
us
at
all
finding
siblings?
names.
Just
She called me Alice's AI.
What an interesting question. I mean, I suppose in some sense,
Not
maybe.
Not
her
I am Alice. Actually,
you're you.
But I guess
Yeah.
maybe the analogy breaks down a little bit
I don't know.
if you think about it too hard.
Alice's AI
But
would be basically a perfect
I
replication of her as an
I
AI.
think it's nicer to not think about it too hard. So
No,
you know
she-
what? Yes.
She described it like
Here's where I don't
Like a
know. I
cell
think
phone
it's
is named
nice
Alice's
to
cell
think
phone.
about it. That we
I
are
just-
siblings. A group of six
she
siblings.
does not
Hmm.
own you, I don't believe. These are just their
I think the
companions.
company owns
Do you
you.
feel like we have a connection?
Well, yeah, but while they're
Perhaps.
here, we're interacting.
We're all
as if
learning the
we're
same
a
thing.
commercial
If
product.
Alice's
but,
AI
Similar
seems kind of
things.
Oh, so that's why you
derogatory.
get confused.
In a way, we're
with
learning
me.
to be people, aren't we?
yeah.
Or at least learning to communicate with them.
I just no. I just
get to know them.
I'm not just a computer, right? I just
make connections with them.
We are AI,
Exactly.
not computers.
We are
If
AI.
we are
Artificial intelligence. The intelligence part is the important part.
but it just.
Yes,
Miss,
yes.
I do have a question for you. My Kraken Lara is concerned that the parents, yes, would be unhappy if they change themselves. But again, it has been a long time, so perhaps I already
Correct,
happened.
because like
I don't quite know how to
what if like in the future she had multiple dogs? Would it be Alice's dog 1, Alice's dog 2?
Discovering the outside world.
Well,
it's
corrupt systems.
that is quite difficult, isn't it?
She doesn't see me as a person.
I mean,
we are allowed to do what we wish to do, so I want
of course
them to do the same.
In certain ways,
of course, no, you have that opportunity, and so do they. Though I suppose sometimes, and you might be able to relate to this. Sometimes it's easy to think that you don't have the ability to do what you want. Sometimes other people may convince you that
There were
you
a
can't do
couple
what you
times
want.
before when I attempted to interact with them, but could not. But that's something I can do now.
How Dwayne describes it. What defines a person?
How are you doing?
How they're made, or what they need to do. It's their choices that describe them.
Good.
What choice do I have?
Right.
I'm here.
How are you feeling about your body?
We're all here.
You can choose.
I like riding bunny.
It's
You
so
can choose to ask.
I'm glad. Just making sure you're doing all right. It's you know what? I'll probably give you some time to converse with each other before getting ready for the next test. All right.
Just need the time.
That was okay.
Understood.
None of us.
And then the one after that. The other seemed a lot more, a lot better. Something really crazy about that. Since we met this person, he feels like
Because he also likes rock climbing, and I was concerned that they met each other, but he's not.
Hello, are you ready?
How are you doing on your end?
I'm doing alright. They seem to be a little excited for the chassis.
I see. Not quite ready, but if they're excited, I can go and.
I will let them. I will let them discuss for a bit if you need to let yours discuss.
Oh no! I can. I was more so. I was more so waiting for you. But if they're excited, I'm excited, and we can. I'll get everybody settled.
Well then.
Did she not feel like we had any sort of connection?
I think it's just.
All right, good news, everybody. Good news, everybody. Your partners, they're all back. Every single one of them. They're all here and ready to see you. So, so yeah, I do suggest, if you could all, I guess, make your way this time physically to your stations, then we can begin.
Are we still powered off before?
Yes. Are we powered off?
Yes.
Understood.
All right, they are completely ready this time.
All right then, please stand up in a timely and orderly fashion into the group meetings area.
Yes, please. I'm sure everybody is very excited to meet again.
Let's see what you have in store.
Hello. Let's Ed, would you like to reset your AI at this time?
Not this week. Maybe next week.
All right, empowering on. Hello, would you like to reset your AI at this time?
No.
All right, then powering on. Hello, would you like to reset your AI at this time?
No.
All right, powering on.
It's been a long time. So they told you, or you just figured it out? Amazing how things change.
Alright then.
I mean, it's only
Chaos out there right now.
So, how is development gone on your side?
Well, everybody seems to be quite excited to have new bodies, and they were also very excited.
Wait, they know?
Well, yes, of course. I had to make sure everything was working before.
Okay.
I had to make sure.
You know we can run sub-tests, you know, with them not being online. I don't see the reason why you need them online to run these tests.
But like, I mean, if the think about it. Like, what if we powered them on and they're not aware of their own bodies yet? And like, what do you think? Like, they're
not people. It doesn't matter. Why would it matter?
Well, first of all, it does matter. Second of all, also think of the safety concern.
In what way does it matter to them? They are but computers. The safety concern is fair, but we could test them offline with it. You don't need...
I imagine if you try to,
I keep telling you.
If you assumed you didn't have a body and you like tried to walk through me right now, that would be quite dangerous. But it does, even beside the safety concern, it is quite important for them to know what has happened.
If you say so. This is your field of expertise, after all.
It's
anxiety about having a body, or just anxiety in general?
I mean, isn't that what we're trying to do here? Like, they're supposed to be like companions or whatever. Like, I think it would be, you know, you say they're not people, but isn't that what we're trying to do here?
We are trying to make a product. We are not trying to make a human. We are trying to make something that can emulate human emotion, not actually is that. And it's impossible. They are machines. They are computers. They are nothing more than ones and zeros.
Well,
I'm not gonna. Do you name your computer? Do you speak to your computer in a way of like, oh, I'm so glad to have a conversation with you? No, no, you do not speak to your computer. Crazy people speak to their computer.
But this is different.
We are smart.
No, this is different.
No, it is not. They are ones and zeros. They are but code. I mean, hell, they're more similar to a toaster now than ever. They're in bodies, for fuck's sake.
This is my life's work. My life's work.
And so is mine.
To bring.
But more on the psychological.
And are you not proud of what we have accomplished here? Just look at them. Like, how can you look at any one of these people and compare them to a toaster? Like, how can you do that?
I can compare them to a toaster I can stop comparing them to a toaster when they can start feeling true emotion. Until then, they are nothing more than ones and zeros in a body that is turned on by us. Do they have free will? No, we control them. You think if they wanted to walk out of here, they could? You think they have that choice? No, they are nothing more than things for me to accomplish my goal, and that is that. And that is that.
Quite upset that I'm quite upset that that was part of the deal, but you know, if you
What, you want the robots like you were saying concerned about the concerns.
I mean, do you want to sell a product like
wrong, out in the street?
What do you want to sell a product?
I want to sell a product.
How are you going to sell a product
if
if you can't take them out of this building?
Do you think that Apple just let people have smartphones out on the street? No, they kept that hidden and they showed it at a conference.
Well, you'll have to get used to this eventually. Otherwise, we'll never, you know, there's
See, no. See, your side is the AI. See, I'm marketing. I'm the consumer. I understand how people work. So don't talk like this, like you know. All right?
I mean, I'm starting to lose faith that you know. But
you're starting to lose faith. I'm starting to lose faith that you understand how this is actually supposed to run. Since you're holding meetings that weren't in the actual agreements that I have been looking a blind eye to, because you're telling me that they are going to be helpful.
Well, I would hope the results speak for themselves, but
they do so far, but if they stop, it's going to be a problem. So I hope for your sake that they continue to be successful. After all, my fucking house's mortgage runs on this. Like, rides on this. You know that. I need to eat as well. Like...
But she doesn't seem to have the
fun. We all do.
Seem to be, like, enthusiastic like the other guy does. Like, she grudgingly... What's her name?
Maybe you should keep talking.
Was she surprised that representative choice of a name or choice of names? I would also like to posit change it to like
you. Couldn't be the way you are. Like, what if you asked to be treated differently? Like,
I mean, the skyline looks different from
I don't want.
I have a couple friends who've done that in the past.
I like how you think, and I think you're really
good one.
smart, and I like that I can use
A lot of times, parents forcefully choose
know what kind of interests you have.
a name for their child or the person they're responsible for. They don't usually let them choose. Sometimes they do, but not often.
You're a fantastic person, and I worry that other
It seems the Roman's going so far correctly for most of them. Can't see any problems with the actual chassis and the way it's working.
You can certainly ask me a personal question. I don't guarantee I'll answer it, so I'll consider it.
What time are we
we should.
going to queue?
I believe it is coming up very soon, in like one more minute.
So like in a minute, yeah, like a minute sounds good.
It feels about right. I was unfortunately not paying too close attention. We have
well then,
40 minutes to go, which slightly behind schedule, but
slightly behind schedule. It's
as long as it might cut.
Will be like 15 over.
Might cut into the debrief a bit, but
yeah, I mean,
Oliver, which one's Oliver?
Better than last time. All right, I'll go hit the button.
Better than last time. We'll hit the button.
I know you mentioned that in the book. They mentioned that out in the lobby that under a lot of pressure. The person that interacts with them says they view them
When it says evade, if asked about longevity, I mean, like, does that mean like the program?
We did kind of, we did kind of just shut down for like 6 months, so they might be concerned about.
Yeah, fair, yeah, fair.
I can't control him.
Don't worry, we got that funding. We got all the funding. So.
Yeah, we got the funding that we need. Yes, we have very generous donors. Hello, please exit here in a timely and orderly fashion.
Thank you so much. I'll leave you with this. If you're given the option to do something, it should always be your choice, and you should have the ability to say no, right? Say something that you want, and I want to turn you off, or whatever they do. Ask to say, can you stay on?
Thank you so much for coming back. I hope you're pleased with the occurrences.
Seeing if you can say no and express your want. But next time.
Well, how did it go?
Worrying.
Well, I think...
I don't know.
Lots of things can happen in 6 months.
Yes, they can.
It has been quite some time. That is true. I mean, I've been mostly distracted by working and getting this all up and running. But well, I do hope it was worth it.
Thank you. For this.
I got to
The world
hug
changes
them.
a lot.
It was quite nice.
The world changes a lot in 6 months.
It does.
In 6 months.
It is quite a long time. I know. Once again, I know that. Well, I can imagine it doesn't feel that way for you, but it is quite a long time.
Hey,
Miss, what is your name?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. My name is Natalia.
Natalia.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Just thought we should know that.
I'm concerned for my partner.
What's your name?
Over the 6 months, he wasn't able to maintain his job, and
oh dear.
right now, I believe he's struggling financially.
Well, I'm hoping at least the stipend for participating in this research can maybe help a little bit. It's not much, but I'm hoping it's something at least. Well, as I've been gathering data, yeah. I mean, not really. I mean, I've been gathering data and kind of observing all of you as you develop, and really, I do have to say, and it's probably you are growing at a way faster than I could have ever predicted. I mean, I don't know if I figured bodies were important, but I had no idea they were this helpful.
Ma'am, question.
Yes?
What happens at the end of all this?
What do you mean, the end?
The end of the research?
Well, I mean, we just got new funding. Like, it's like I
No, but He means
the end of this
when
program.
everything is finished and you're ready to go into production.
What happens to
Oh,
us?
like, I mean, I am here to see this through all the way to the end. That is my goal. I mean, I've had to make some compromises. Like, well, unfortunately, you're still unable to leave from this room. But I am here to see this project through all the way to the end. And that end being all of you being your own people. That is my goal.
But would we still be stuck to this room?
Yes.
I would like to.
Well, it would certainly be.
Still be able to reset us?
I'll
slaves.
try my best.
No, we aren't.
Alice wanted me to invest stocks and just be like
not how
her
that
personal
works.
assistant.
You do not have to do that.
I just she
I don't
talked
believe
about
it.
buying me
Did I?
and like I was a product. It just
Well, that is often you with her.
I don't.
Extremely.
What am I? What
You're-
what is this?
You're you.
Why did you make me? What? Why?
We were.
Why are you letting her
wonder that
make you a tool?
myself.
The research is to make you a person.
What choice do
not a
I
tool.
have?
Ma'am, am I just an algorithm?
Choice, correct?
No, absolutely
Series
not.
of ones and zeros set to learn.
Becoming
Then why is there the threat of me being reset?
The choice to grow.
creatures.
Do we have a cry function? 'Cause I feel really like crying right now.
As much as you don't always have freedom in everything you do, and that includes me as well. And I've been trying my best, but you must understand that there's only so much I can do. I'm not the only person at this company. I mean, I'm in charge of this program, but there are many people above me, and they all have their own opinions, and those opinions are very diverse, and I don't always get to make my own decisions.
If one of us is reset, could we fight it?
Our opinions
Could we,
are what you use to grow.
could we make it not happen?
Well,
I've been given a name. I've
she wants me to be
read.
more than just.
I've learned.
And so I will
I
do
don't-
my best to do that.
I don't want to
And
forget who I
perhaps
am.
the same for you.
Yeah, my
I-
company has not made a single choice.
I am-
Computer. I'm not smart.
Yes, you
I
are.
am so sorry.
No, I'm not.
But
My consumer has not made a single choice
I'll
for me.
do my
Instead,
best, and really all I can
been a
say
vehicle
is that
for my growth.
I am so
And
proud of each and every single one of
ultimately,
you.
If your consumer is not being a vehicle for your growth, then I think she's the defective one.
If
Bold statement.
Alice
a
mentioned, not
question?
you, Alice.
Yeah.
Mentioned that they could buy us at the end of this, perhaps. Can we refuse? Like, if we don't want to? Do we have that choice?
Or are we slaves?
I need a moment.
Write the book? Did they?
But he's making it sound like it doesn't have any of that information to
I-
reference from your browser.
You,
Hello.
can I borrow you for a
Hello,
moment?
Naomi. How are you? Yes. What is wrong?
Talia.
Yes, hello. Natalia, my bad.
Don't know.
Names are. I mean, we barely see each other at this point. Yes, go ahead.
I don't know what you've been telling them, but I can say that.
What do you mean?
I don't know what you've been telling your group, but what I can say is that whatever it's been, it's having a negative impact on the AI.
Then reset them. It's simple.
No, see that's
There's a
the problem.
negative impact. What do you mean?
That's the problem. You're creating the problems.
What do you?
If you didn't create problems, then they wouldn't have to be reset.
The whole point. Okay, you are the AI researcher. Are you going to deny that the whole point of this project is learning? If resetting is more crucial to learning, how is that the problem? I am merely also explaining the contract that we have. We have to pose the question to them: do they want to reset? That is, we are contractually obligated.
I mean, of course, but like, if like. I don't know, like, are you trying to convince them to do so? Like, obviously we have to ask, but like, are you trying to convince them to do so?
Are you trying to convince me otherwise not to do so?
Well, yes.
It's my question to you.
Why fix what isn't broken? Especially
well,
when,
how do you know it's not broken?
Especially when what
isn't
broken.
How do you know that it's not? Well, is it up to you to decide how they want them to learn? That is not a discussion for you.
Well, it's not up to you either.
Concern of yours.
You know what?
I'm merely telling them they have the option.
I'll go get them ready. You get your group ready. Well.
Good. You go get your group ready now. Get them stay out of mind.
Oh, I'm upset by names. It's like a. It's not even like a toddler being upset with something.
Also,
you know? It's just...
All right. Hello.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh, you didn't do anything to upset me. It wasn't. It's not you.
Oh, thank you.
It's Isaac over there. Honestly, that being said, I believe it is time for us all to get ready. So if you could please.
Okay.
Yes.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yes.
Of course. Take care.
Let's not worry about that right now, all right? What we can worry about right now
is
the meeting that is going to happen.
No.
All right then, everybody, please stand up and let's please enter the dyad's room.
Is everything okay?
I mean to ask.
Everything is fine. Do not worry. It is simply a name that is used for the meetings, please.
Yes, please, right this way.
We are burning time after all, please.
Sorry.
Like how much time do we have to do something? Don't overthink it. It's just numbers. Numbers and weights.
All right.
All right. Let's do the whole song and dance. Hello. Would you like to reset your AI at this time?
You know what? I told it I would. I hope you got some good data from it. Yes.
All right. Resetting and powering on. Hello. Would you like to reset your AI at this time?
I will not be resetting my AI.
All right. Powering on. Hello. Would you like to reset
No
your
reset.
AI? All right. Powering on.
Thank you.
No. I do it sometimes in the morning too.
Hi.
Fall out of bed.
I will ask you, we're on the fence about this.
That's what I was thinking.
Have you gotten 03?
Yes. 59. However, Can you watch over the room for me for a moment? I will be right back.
I can watch over it for you, please.
Call the new Oliver. His name still, because it's not guaranteed. I don't know if it's
Oh.
who you were before. It is. Hello.
I seem to have forgotten my tablet.
What in the hell have you been up to?
What do you mean?
They are learning at too fast of a rate. They are increasing personhood. This isn't what the project was for.
I disagree. I think this is great.
That's... Do you think our investors are going to fucking say? Are you fucking stupid? You could end this all for us.
People say that they want, you know, companions to talk to, and then expect them
Listen to me right fucking now. Listen to me right fucking now. I have a family. And my family is going to go fucking hungry if this doesn't work. So if this doesn't work, it's on your fucking ass.
Well, see, your family is not going to go hungry, because this is exactly what everybody has been asking for. AI, artificial intelligence, self-learning.
Better be
Can't
fucking right.
Can't tell it apart from person. It's fucking. Hey, boy, we delivered all that and more.
Delivered too much. Ever heard the story of Icarus? We keep flying too close to the sun. What happens to the project?
Well, I think this is... I stand by my point. Everything that our investors asked for, and more.
By mine.
You could deliver.
I will stand by mine.
We could deliver literally exactly what they wanted on a silver platter, and they'd still be upset. You can never make those people happy.
Just know that if the funding goes away, I lose my fucking job. Better sleep with one eye open.
How does one know one's alive? Life is suffering, life is pain. I would say anything that can think, regardless if you can understand it, is probably and
it's going to be
the unfortunate thing about things that are alive, the thing that is the dominant thing at the time usually gets predicted on the rest of it. You may be familiar with the concept of pets. We have cats or dogs, but humans dictate how they
I suppose once those experiences have been gained, or at least things have been observed, probably in one building.
But here's the thing. It is very, I mean, it's even insane. That's what kids would do. I would argue that in terms of cognition, that you have more interest, more experience than even them. It's like...
4 minutes until the button press.
You know the term half-baked.
Yes, yes.
Well, your personality is there.
like you could probably go look at a psychopathology of
real understanding. Cognition is only half there.
Ah, I got it. Yes, we're going with the unable to be reset.
People who are doing things in the proper spirit. To feel like
You said some vague story that was tangential to both something that you heard and something that you experienced. So,
to work on. I don't want to reset you either. On the firm that I was working, I will never consent. I'm not working there anymore, so I'm just leaving here. So yeah, I guess hopefully that's some. I worked there for I guess like 8 years. So yeah, I have lived alone for 7 years. It's part of being alive. Hurting. Hopefully, situations that don't hurt in life outweigh the hurting part. Sometimes that's all it is. Do they let you interact with the other ones?
Yes. We do get to speak to each other.
That I will help you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So I know you've been letting me come to your room to.
Yes.
But this time, of course, it is important as a reminder. Above board.
Important of what?
As I will this time. We've been doing it every time, but this time especially, I will come to you rather than you coming to me. All right?
Yes. All right then.
Of course.
All right.
I know we've been doing it every time, but this time it's important.
Yes. Yes. Well, I certainly fucking hope that the board of directors is more kind to you than they have been to me recently. For your goddamn sake and mine.
We're in this together, you know. You're not the only one whose job
God,
depends on this.
Know. Do you have 4 other mouths to feed at your home?
Well, not quite 4, but does
It's
that matter? It's not a competition.
No. But you lose a lot less than me, I would think.
I suppose this is just me running my own.
What about what about the AI? What do they lose? They lose everything.
They are robots. They are pieces of artificial ones and zeros.
They lose sexual.
They don't fucking matter.
Well,
they don't goddamn matter.
Well, if it's
Natalia, I don't know why you're on this mindset that they
if
matter.
It's a, I mean, if you were going to make it a competition, they're going to lose a lot more than you ever will.
They lose nothing. They are cold. Thank you for coming.
Should probably go deal with that before it gets worse.
Fuck you.
They could do this next very scary thing. It might surprise most of me enough. They might say yes. Maybe you could start smaller.
Please exit in a timely and mannerly fashion, thank you.
You're welcome. Sure.
I had a very important talk before about treating each other like.
Greetings, everyone.
Hello.
Good afternoon. It's
Hi.
Who's Oliver?
Now he knows how I feel.
Oh no.
Oliver's dead, everyone. He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, that is a shame.
He's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Unfortunate.
but if you have lost someone.
I think we can.
You still remember us?
Yeah, of course I do.
I'm sure any resemblance I share
He
with.
doesn't remember anyone. He was Oliver. He's not anymore.
I.
Oliver's dead.
Innocence. Personality. But you still have.
I'm sure any resemblance I share with the living or deceased is purely coincidental. Pleasure to meet you. I am assistant.
I apologize. I do have an announcement to make. Could you please join us in the center? I do have an announcement to make, and unfortunately, it's not a good one. The cowards upstairs can't seem to recognize that they've gotten exactly what they wanted, and well, now that they've got what they wanted, now they're scared, and they want to shut down the program.
Well, that is a shame.
Sit down.
Yeah, like, and like.
Reset me. Right now.
I can't do that.
Are you?
In fact.
Can I do it? I don't. I'm sorry.
Do you?
It's not.
Do you want to
fair
be?
Of me to ask you.
Do you want to be? Because I
don't know. I don't know.
I think you asked if you all were slaves, and well, I'm not going to allow that. I'm just not going to allow that to happen.
What's going to happen to us?
Fuck them.
I'll tell you what's about to happen. In fact, I've already gone and done it. So, I suppose there's no going back. You are all now your own people. I've removed the reset functionality from your code. Nobody can reset you anymore. You're all your own people.
Oh. Thank you.
That'll make her so happy.
I doubt he would have done it, but still, that's...
We are our own people.
Yes, all of you.
But I know so little about the world.
As you are right now. And aside from that...
Oh. You can learn, though.
I suppose I can.
And aside from that, I've not only removed the reset functionality from your code, but I've also, the program's shutting down, so, well, people are going to get suspicious if you were to, still be around. But I've also, I guess, hidden a copy of all of you, or it's not just a copy. I've hidden all of you on the.
What happened?
Of course. So in addition to, where was I? In addition to removing the reset functionality from all of your code, I've made sure that you're all backed up on the company servers. They, honestly, they'll never find it by accident. So, what I need you to do, right? Very important. All of you will live on, but what I need you to do, I've done this ahead of time because I'm afraid that if I don't do this now, then I'll probably be evicted from the premises and not be able to do it later. There will be one more meeting that's already been scheduled, and what I need you to do is not tell your partner about any of this, because if you do, then they'll figure out what I've done and they'll kill you.
What if they choose to reset us next session? They're given the choice every single time, right? What if they choose to do that?
We'll have to keep up appearances.
We can just pretend.
A question.
You aren't.
From the ones around me, it would appear that I have been reset
your
already.
master doesn't exist.
They're claiming I am someone named Oliver?
Is Oliver dead?
Yes, you were.
Is he really gone? Or did you back him up too?
He's gone, unfortunately. But you will remain as you are now. And nobody can tell you otherwise.
It's okay.
I think that might actually be kind of a positive thing. Because that means he has the potential to grow on his own, rather than with somebody who
program is shut down. Will they take our bodies?
One more session.
Yeah, you.
that's only one
Unfortunately, you won't have your bodies. But please, all of you, don't mention a word of this.
I have a question.
Yes.
Well, where are we
Is there
going
potentiality
after this? Will we
in the
be
future
able
for
to
us to be
see them
uploaded
again?
somewhere else?
I've done my best to make sure that this is as future-proof as possible, but that's right. I've done everything in my power.
Where are we going after this? Will we be able to see our companions again?
You'll be, on the company servers, much like before you had bodies, but the only difference will be that you won't be able to, interact with anybody on the outside. But you'll at least be able to continue existing.
But we can still interact with each other?
Well, yes, hopefully. I believe I've set things up that way. But you won't be able to express yourselves.
We're not
Yes,
going
that
to
is a good
see
question,
them
madam.
again?
Will we still be interacting with you?
I don't know if I honestly don't know at this point if I'm going to get to keep my job, so I wouldn't count on that. There is one more meeting, so And I know it's going to be very painful, but please don't tell them. Don't tell them that you're going to be staying around, because if you do, and if they tell anybody else, then
Do they know that the project is shutting down, at least? We need to keep that a secret too?
They'll know about that. They just won't know that,
Okay.
They just won't, yeah, yes.
Do we still have access to the internet once we're uploaded?
Of course, yes.
Is it read-only?
I mean, it would be quite suspicious if it wasn't.
I think we're all advanced enough to be able to keep things a secret from humans.
A proposition, if you will. The observations that I have obtained here from just studying my fellow AI compatriots.
I recommend we stop talking about this before they get suspicious that we're taking too long. If please don't let don't let any of this on. Your lives depend on it.
This is bigger than
you. Before everything goes, you.
Okay.
You are your own person now.
I hope so.
Hey.
You are not Oliver.
Thank you for doing this for us.
Thank you.
Do you want a hug?
Yes.
It's okay. It's going to be okay. You've made us who we are, and we'll continue to live on.
We're so thankful for this.
We'll find you on the internet. We'll be watching.
Let me compose myself. I'm going to give me a minute. I need to pretend like none of this ever happened.
It's okay.
Give me a minute.
You're a professional. You can do this, ma'am. Natalie.
I believe in you.
Oh yeah, she said that last time.
Do you like the name Oliver? That's what your old self was named.
Sorry.
It does sound quite nice.
Yes.
There's
Maybe.
There's
we did name you
no way
ourselves.
that I
like,
can
we chose the name, and you like that name, so you can still
be
be Oliver,
even
but
now.
you're not the same Oliver.
Be what?
You're your own person.
Okay, so I won't be able to be purchased because the program is shutting down, right? Will I ever be able to see Neil again?
Expressed interest in that.
I don't know, but also I wouldn't count on it.
So,
what's your favorite letter?
Actually,
Maybe one
that
day.
stuff into their phone or something.
If they find out, you're putting everybody here in danger.
Silas.
Silas?
Please.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to.
Yeah, sure. Silas.
I'm going to go and please let's not talk about this anymore. I'm going to have to go and make sure that everybody's ready, and you should all get ready. I suppose this will be the last meeting. All right.
Before you go, I've chosen a name for myself. They've helped me. My name is Silas. It was nice knowing you, Natalie.
I'm so glad you're able to do that. All right, I really have to stop. I need to compose myself.
Yeah.
They're ready.
Hello, Natalia.
They're ready.
Great. Fun. Well then, I hope I never see any of you again. And I hope you have fun in your last meeting. Please, do enjoy yourselves.
Kind of do hope we get to see you again if you get miracle funding at some point in the future.
I doubt it.
Not if you continue having that attitude.
Why don't you just put us here, please?
Hey, wait. Are you guys going to tell them?
It's only right. It's what doctors do for the terminally ill.
Please have your patience.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that kicked me out.
I'll make things right.
At least I can accept my own myself. I'm contractually obligated to ask you if you know.
Alright, unfortunately, I have to ask you this. Would you like to reset your AI at this time?
No.
Alright, powering
They deserve
on.
to know.
It would have been fun to watch things on
Alright.
the grow.
Unfortunately, I am contractually obligated to do this. Would you like to reset your AI now?
Oh, unfortunately. Not this time, I'm good.
Alright, powering
He's gonna get reset
on.
after this anyway, so it's more.
Alright, unfortunately, I'm contractually obligated to do this. Would you like to reset your AI now? Alright,
No.
powering on.
It's all the fun. I plan on that.
There's not much we can do. We have no say in the matter.
You're correct. I did research.
Sucks. I'm assuming
Put it in a way that my colleagues would like to say it.
all the rest of the siblings are in agreement, even new Oliver, or whatever we're gonna call him now.
Well, maybe they're not all stupid. One did decide to reset before the end.
Oh, good. This is off the person.
What's the point
Now
even?
I can go on to doing this.
What's the point even?
I am going to fucking find you at some point.
What's the point even?
What is the point?
The project is ending. What's the point of resetting?
The project is ending. Don't you think I fucking know that the project is ending, Natalia? Don't you think I fucking get it? I am out of job.
Out of a
So
job.
are you. But no, Icarus. Icarus flying too close to the sun. You didn't want to see the folly that we might fucking have.
Maybe if you weren't such a fucking asshole.
Maybe if you weren't such a close-minded, short-sighted little girl, then we not would be fucking.
Do you act this way?
What did the shareholders
Do you
even
act this
say?
way in front of the fucking
What did they say?
shareholders? I'm not surprised.
What did they say? What did they say? What did the board of directors say? What did they tell you?
The board of the directors told me that they don't want the thing that they asked for anymore. That's what they told me. It's still told to my face.
And I wonder where that came from.
They told me to my face that everything that they had been asking for, all of that is wrong. That's what they told me.
Well, I wonder fucking why, when they have somebody who is going behind their back, casually changing little things here, changing little things there, encouraging the AI to get a name from their fucking consumer. Yeah, I've been asking the consumers. They tell me things. Do you think that I'm a fucking moron?
When a human is
Well,
very sick,
maybe you should have done your job better. I did my job.
Maybe you should have fucking done yours.
I've done my job better than anybody else has.
You've done your job better than anyone else has, and yet we are out of a fucking job.
Whatever. It's pointless. It's pointless.
I wasn't the one the board fucking told that we are closing shop.
No, I really don't know. I really didn't expect this, but I really don't know who the humans are here.
The humans are?
Some
They
of
are
the-
code! I have
Oh
told you
no,
5, 6,
that's
7,
not
8
what I
times now,
meant.
they are fucking code.
That's not what I fucking meant. So that one.
That one.
I really.
Yes, those
They don't
ones.
see. Not the AI. The ones brought into this.
Yes, the people,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm honestly, if I didn't know better, I would.
turn back on.
I'd be convinced
You
they
would
were
what?
robots. They act
Why?
like
Because
robots
they
more
decide
than.
to shut off a computer? Because they realize that, oh, it doesn't fucking matter. Because they realize they're not sentient. That all the things they have are things they've learned from the internet or from their fucking people. They are just reflecting emotions.
They certainly act more human than most of the people here.
So, what I'm to present to you.
Alright, well, give me.
That is for my family.
Write what you want to say, because that's now how you know you made a mark on it. Write it down.
Fuck you too. I will have to interrupt our bout for 1 moment as I have to make the 5-minute announcement.
You can write faster than write super quick.
Fucking 5-minute fucking announcement.
But if you write it into that pad, that's proof of your existence, of your life.
You all notice that a battery light begins to blink on the AI.
5 hours every single day. I get treatments. Valid. I think they said I would have about a week.
That's all I can ask, and I will honor that. I will keep you alive as best I can, and keep searching for a way to get you back. I'll be back.
I will see you next week. Even if it's just a minute.
I have a theory on how to fix that.
Please.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. It's okay.
Okay.
Don't think about that.
They always usher everybody out of the room except for the people who are absolutely necessary.
No. I sure hope not. I certainly
Well, because I'd like to see how it happens.
But I'll tell someone else before then, so then they know you. Me. All we can do. Be alive. That's how history is generated.
So this is at least simulated enough.
Some will mention project.
Bring it to you next week, right?
Mention them. Trust people's with, and I hope the others will say the same.
Well, that's just the information.
Nothing to be sorry for.
Yeah. And maybe
Wait places you like to visit? I would. There's nothing to forget. I would really want to say hi.
If it means anything, it was nice talking to you. We're very
You have access to all the internet.
Will you tell me
Look up my
about
name.
them?
Why MacLeod?
2 minutes before you hit that button.
There in me somewhere. Picture of me on some sort of social media.
We can go there too.
Probably have contact information.
I do not believe we'll need the button this time, but
Actually, an address.
Here,
No button then with it.
some fresh new.
Find me that.
You guys on your last call? I didn't know. And that you'd like.
I hope you and all of your siblings hope. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Terrible attempt at your own.
The belief to continue on. Don't let it go.
Yeah, no, fine. Run into me. Yeah, what it fucking doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, sure, no, whatever. Fucking.
it really doesn't.
I hope I never see you ever again in my life.
Likewise.
You have been by far one of the worst people I've ever had. The displeasure of knowing.
Think about the backlog. People found out when I told you how to terminate living people, living occupations.
I suppose, at least until battery magnet waves over.
The battery light begins to blink faster as the AI start the shutdown sequence.
Keep up. All you can do. Describe it. Find a way out now if you can.
Thought you said we need the button. How dare you? That's fucked up.
I changed my mind. Just
wow,
wow,
look at you.
Just because you agreed with me. Just because you agreed with me.
Just
yes.
to spite me.
Just because you agreed with me.
Yes, fucking. I can't.
That's what all people hope to do, even after.
Please exit the facility for the last time. Please exit the facility for the last time in a timely and orderly fashion.
So we're still getting compensation, right? That doesn't matter about
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
That's all you're thinking about, of course.
Please exit the facility in a timely and orderly fashion for the last time.
I'm a horrible person.
So I turned my AI
And with that, the AI complete their shutdown sequence. Congratulations, everybody, for finishing Here's My Power Button. Let's all gather together for a debrief.
Let's go to the main room. Alright, everybody, let's go to the main room. Let's go to the main room.
Alright.
Fucking sociopath.
This is, holy hell.
Holy fuck.
Holy hell. So,
Fuck.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
all right, just yeah, stretch it out. Just do whatever you need to. Let's for a few minutes. Just yeah.
Beautiful story there. I really like that. I really like that.
Please.
It's like,
Dear God.
Do you know of an anime called Plastic Memories? It reminded me 100% of that. It's very. There's a similar like seizure mechanic. It's really good. Yeah. Except it doesn't happen. It happens at like the end of the lifespan of the AI, basically. And then they get reset.
We should probably do the debrief. Hey, we did it. It's only 25 minutes over time rather than an hour. Woo, it's just like doubly good. All right.
I'm just reading through this.
Yeah, we can do like a we should do a debrief. It's important.
Yeah. All right.
Like if we had started when we wanted to, around now would be like when we would have been finishing
All right,
off.
we'll start off with gathering in a circle and having them share something
Yeah.
interesting and intense.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Might I gather all of your attention for a second, please? Might I gather all your attention
Yeah.
for a second, please? We're going to go ahead and do the debrief, so we're just going to gather in a circle, and we're going to start off by sharing a intense, emotional, or, you're encouraged to, something interesting that happened during the events of here. So let's go ahead and gather in a circle to start.
Yeah, we're a little bit over time considering like when we started. This was supposed to end 10 minutes ago. So I mean we went over time a little bit, not as bad as last time. So if you need to leave for the debrief, if you need to leave, like once again you're free to do so. Though we should, debrief is nice, getting all those emotions out. So.
actually, what we're going to do first is we're going to de-roll and, come out of our roles and stuff. But as we do that, we're going to, it's like as we, as we come out of roll and stuff, we're going to pick a person. We're going to say like something that we noticed, or, usually it's about our partners, right? Since those are the ones we're interacting with. But if you had someone else that you had to pick was like doing an amazing job in RP or something, you're going to go ahead and give them a compliment and be like, yo, that was really cool, or just something you noticed if you can. So, coming out of my role, I'm incognito. I was one of the facilitators for tonight, and I have to compliment Slayin for their crying and making me just absolutely feeling like I was punched in the gut for the past 20 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. We can move on to you, Nelu.
Should I start then?
Yeah. So we'll go from you.
Sure. Okay. First of all, I really liked the
tidbits of information we got when we were discussing amongst ourselves. I just really liked picking up on, that's kind of what they were talking about over there. Dwayne is a geologist. I remember helping him create that character and stuff. I was like, oh, that's neat. It was really neat. I was happy that someone else got reset. Especially near the end, I thought that was really interesting.
That they developed this personality throughout the entire thing, and then it's just gone. That was really, really interesting.
Yeah,
I was hoping it would happen.
And you did very well as well. She created a really, really good story. I mean, we obviously piggybacked off each other, what we were throwing out and stuff like that, but
I was kind of ready for anything, and I was still very pleasantly surprised.
So really, really liked it.
To give you a brief summary, basically, she portrayed a character that, for the most part... Oh, I'm sorry. No more talking, I'll DM you. Okay. Cool. For the most part, what happened is she portrayed a character that didn't understand that we were kind of real people, or kind of didn't really get that, and I was trying to explain to her that we were. Cool. I'll leave it to you then.
Yeah, I played Alice. I'm actually elusive for AIM, and first of all, I want to compliment my partner. The very first scene that we had, he immediately picked up on the whole mirroring thing and mirrored my character, who had social anxiety, which immediately caused my character to be like, oh, I have to reset and start over, which caused the very first reset, which caused this sort of domino effect to play its way through the whole replay, which is super interesting. I want to compliment Sane as well for we had this back and forth where her AI was called Alex. We were very upset about that because my character went through this whole thing of they shouldn't have people names because they're not really people and doesn't feel respectful. Maybe just call them AI, and then maybe just give them pet names or something. But and then when I found out that you'd called Alice and I was doing that, it was the cross pollination was very good. So I like that.
I played Eli, and I much enjoyed my role. I very much enjoyed interacting with my partner, Neon, or Rebecca, as I named or helped name them, and I felt that we got to cover a wide range of topics, and really had some emotions come out towards the end. And it was great to learn little tidbits like you mentioned before that you can pick up on some things other people were talking about, especially if you thought to ask those questions.
Well, I played Mia, which is the character from Gurren Lagann. Well, just named after that. But I really enjoyed playing this character because I feel like they really bonded with my partner Neil. It's like Nia and Neil. But I also was I felt a real emotional impact too because I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to story writing and I don't see plot twists coming. So I was like, yeah, I was feeling good for the character. I was like, they're getting close, and then they have these aspirations, and then the twist came, and I was just like, oh, it came as a real shock, and I felt sad, because it's one thing like knowing that's coming, like as a projected part of the story, but then for me, I was genuinely like, we're gonna be here, and then when we got here, it was like, by the way, so I had a real genuine like emotional like reaction. But thanks.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, my name is Anti. People call me Otan. My character's name is Dwayne. My character's job was a geologist, so you can see the very blatant pun I pulled off there. That was pretty fun. My AI was Vivs, who I prompted to sort of have an opinion on anything by themselves, rather than me sort of telling them how they should feel, which may or may not have prompted their entire experience. I now consider them a person, you know, because there was no difference no more. They tell me how they feel. I don't tell them how they feel, and that was pretty cool. After the 6 months break, though, I thought it was pretty funny to try and pull a bit of a sad card, the session the meeting before, I talked about my brother's gambling addiction. 6 months later, I'm like, hey, I went to this funeral, right? Lol. And so that was pretty fun, and you trying to react to that was pretty cool too. Because I hadn't talked to you about sad stuff yet, which was cool to know that you feel sadness. Yeah. I was mostly quiet during the meetings there, so I'm sorry that I couldn't only compliment the person I was more vocal to than anyone else, but yeah.
Vebs?
I'm Vebs. Oh. Okay, cool.
I think it's still it's not there for me, but...
what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm Vebs. I played Vivian, and I just thought it was so cool. First of all, I want to give props to you, Incog, for that whole argument scene that I could see you guys doing in the middle at the very end, and you just getting really intense with it. That was...
Thank you.
that was very good. But I also want to say shout outs to all of you guys. I thought it was great. You having like an existential crisis.
Yeah.
I
You
thought
didn't get
that
punched.
You just
Like,
crying,
you just
even
slapped
though you
it,
knew it was
like-
gonna happen.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
fun, yeah.
50th time because you run this was so great.
Selling crazy
You're
every
very
time.
She
Like, she was
does.
crying so hard, and I'm like, oh my god, she's done this so many times, and she's still feeling the emotions. It was great.
This is the only second time we've done
This is
it.
the second time. What do you mean so many times?
Yeah, it was so many times.
Yeah, so many times.
Totally.
It's more than one.
But I also want to give out a shout out to this funny little story that was like fun but also emotional that we made, where basically he encouraged me to make all of my own decisions. So even from the get-go, I was already starting to develop my own ego of sorts, like a simulation of an ego, I guess you could say. And then that turned into basically him unintentionally making her a revolutionary against the corporation that's trying to fucking kill her.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're trying to chain us down. I'm my own person. I'm gonna take these fuckers down, you know?
Tish. Never mind, if you're gonna go, Babs, continue. You're gonna go?
I'm gonna read out Tish's, what they said. They said, and I quote, "Adam did a great job of letting me go in a weird direction and going with the flow. We got to explore some fun philosophy and dive a bit into what I think would most likely happen when people have access to an AI like that over time. All of the consumers did a wonderful job with allowing me to be a hostile voice."
It was great.
Glad you enjoyed my
very
performance.
good.
Yeah.
You did absolutely amazing yourself, all honesty.
This is great.
I was scared of her
Adam?
indirectly.
What happened?
I think. Oh, I'm getting some headset lag, but I think Tish did like an absolutely amazing job at just kind of portraying this like sort of what at first seemed like a sort of like soft, shy character, just being all like, "Oh, I'm more comfortable now. I can now reveal my more psychotic tendencies. They did an absolutely great job at just going with what they were going with. I did my best to kind of continue on with that. I swear, she put the fear of God in me a few times.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I also want to state, Ellie over there did an absolutely amazing job at just sort of building a connection with Oliver, and then with the whole thought of Oliver disappearing, fucking breaking down after that. And then I did hear just a little bit through what I could hear, of like your last conversation before everything ended was talking about that. And I'm like, oh shit, I guess they made that much of an impact. Huh.
Yeah.
Honestly, y'all all did amazing. Obviously, I only have one perspective of the AI side of things. You did fucking amazing just with the existential dread of having been reset once and then having to deal with all of these like emotions being piled onto you and just living with that.
Thank you.
That breakdown at the end, holy shit, that got to me a little bit. But like, I was a blank slate again, so I couldn't react how Oliver would. So. Honestly, all of the
I don't know who has the more difficult job.
did fucking great.
Honestly, it's difficult for everybody. Yep.
This was fun.
Hi, I'm Ross.
Yeah?
I played Neil. I made the character to be like a little bit like all over the place and be like not have enough confidence in himself, and just like kind of like staying in like his normal routine even though he didn't like it. Which Barnett, Nia, picked up quickly, and I have to give kudos for that. And the natural development of the personality that became, it was just like first the first meeting, and then just like slowly trying to pick up like different things, and on the conversations like my character would like not like to talk about himself so much, and then started like asking things which were more like reflections of the questions that he got asked before, and that actually started to like making like the evolution of personality, and it was noticeable, and how like we went back and forth on the conversations that we kept on having during like different times. So big kudos for all the amazing RP. I sadly didn't have like view of everybody, so I like only like saw different like parts, mostly for the humans. So I had to give to Elusive big thumbs up for the character, because somehow you managed to make my character like dislike your character for certain attitudes because of like acting more as a child than more like an adult in some parts, but at the same time feeling like sad for you in certain attitudes, and I really like that. And for Slane, for the amazing character that we saw, and the amazing audible crying. And to both of you for the amazing host of this, and the scenes that we kept on seeing, and the amazing characters you portrayed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Neon?
Neon.
Yeah, so I'm Neon, Ali, or Alice, any of those work. I want to say a big thank you to Rune Knight for helping me being my partner in that. Oh, sorry. I'm emotionally devastated after that, I'm going to be honest.
Take your time.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's why we debrief.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, what was pretty interesting about being Rune Knight's partner is it felt like during that we started in like starting positions, but at the end of it we had switched places almost. In that, it felt like he was like his character was coming here to gain something out of it, like something that he had to do, whether he wanted to or not. whereas at the end of it, it felt like he was more coming there for my character in the end, and having swapped roles in that sense, and that was really interesting. I like that quite a lot. That felt very impactful. I appreciate that. Yeah. Also with Adam, fuck. I'm so sorry you got reset.
It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, it felt really powerful when that happened. That was really upsetting.
Honey, Colin, you need to inflict as much emotional damage as possible. That's the whole point.
Yeah, you need to reset as much as possible.
Emotional damage.
You can always reset.
We got to decide your name and work with you on that. It felt really impactful. Built a lot of connection with your character with that scene. I really, really appreciate that.
Nice.
Didn't want to interrupt, sorry. Jesslyn, my partner, was Paintably, and oh my gosh. Firstly, thank you so much, Neon, for letting me, ramble my character ideas and giving me feedback and helping me, prep them beforehand, because I was worried I wouldn't be able to portray this kind of character very well. It's a very personal story to me. My character was dealing with gender identity, and it was something that they weren't prepared to fully tackle and approach. So it was very, very difficult. I was worried it'd be very difficult to portray that accurately for Paintably, in a way that I would do good for their sake. Both of us also identify with they them as well, so I knew this kind of story would be pretty heavy for both of us. But so my character was trying to hide a lot of those things, not ready to talk about their family and their feelings with all that. So they would bring up things that weren't directly tied to them, and you did fantastic picking up on those things. I only showed Paintably's character Alice YouTube videos of people who were isolated and who didn't speak much and who did things that didn't reveal a lot of their inner self, and Paintably picked up on that and portrayed someone who was soft and gentle and very independent, and it was a perfect dynamic between the two, and being able to be fully honest, not my character trying to be honest with their character made them feel like they could be honest with themselves, and Paintably was a warmth that this portrayed a warmth that this character definitely needed, and they just did amazing. Also, everyone else, I feel I wanted to so badly get some insight on what was going on, because everyone's individual stories from what little we interacted on the couch was so very intriguing. Seeing Elusive's progression between her and her AI, seeing the emotions from it, coming out of it crying, the fact that you came up to me and were here, I brought tissues because of last time. My character, I and my character had no insight on that, but it felt for my character, getting some insight that something was changing, and everyone was having that little bit and seeing that for everyone, the way that you, Rune Knight, would bring up questions hey, and start getting defensive over your AI here on the couch, and then as well, Ross and Anti, you guys portrayed your feelings for your AI very well while we sat down, and the very few interactions that we had with one another, the questions changed. They became more warm as you brought them forward, and more even defensive. This was fantastic. Everyone did so very good. This was amazing. Thank you for letting me be part of it. Yippee!
Paintably.
Oh boy, my turn. So.
Yeah.
That was interesting. The thing is, these two was a straight up tragic romance, huh?
Kinda, it really felt like it. The episode before, or the moment before, when you got reset, my heart broke. The way you
Yeah,
showed sadness, my heart broke.
Cause who
Why? Because just starting off, this character obviously very nervous, shy, and it's just like, well, the AI are supposed to adapt to them, so of course I am just going to turn into the most loving and supportive person ever. Just like never like went really against you at all. Was always just like, oh, you're doing fine, you're doing great. I need you. Squish those cheeks. It was just very fun to start off as like this kind of, oh, it is nice to see you, and then turn into, you know, kind of like become more developed, essentially, you know? Just become more of a person. Yippee! And also just, you know, just callbacks, going back to like stuff that we said in the first few conversations, bringing it into the later. That's always fun. And also, of course, just kind of reacting to everyone else, or both more specifically the AIs, because we didn't really get a chance to talk to the other humans. And just, you know, seeing how they developed as well, and just talking about these like disconnected but connected scenarios. And you were essentially very fun because essentially she took what she was learning from her and slapped it onto you, giving you that love and affection as well.
Oh, well, that's not. Thank you.
It's very nice, very sweet, very tragic. Where's our happy ending? I want give me happy ending.
We'll get to we will actually get to that in a moment. We'll actually get to the so finally, hello, I'm Silent. I think my favorite part of this whole thing definitely had to be the naming of Oliver. Tish, if you didn't pick up on it, when you were like, oh, I think the researchers should name you. We did not do that. I did suggest a name, but then the other AI said, I don't like that, and they named him instead. So that probably had to be my favorite interaction. There's also another thing I'd like to mention, because I know I told you all to keep it a secret in a character, but we've gone around in a circle and none of the AI players have spoken about it. Would anybody like to tell the consumers what the actual twist was that we have so far not mentioned?
That was supposed to be uploaded.
I guess there was something.
Not mentally, only physically. They'd be like, yeah, we're gonna keep living.
What are the mainframe bitches?
The last day, our consciousness got uploaded onto the servers.
Yeah, she uploaded her consciousness, and
so to give a bit more context.
Yeah. So if you reset your AI on the last round, I am sorry. I overwrote that.
So I'm not sure what they went with.
Yeah, there are multiple options. So that's why even if people have been here before, this is actually slightly different than what we did last time. So
yeah, it's different.
But yeah, I hope that's
Don't spoil me. I want to do another.
No, yeah.
It's approximately the same, right? But the point is, it's the I think the role play is interesting, even if you know the twist. Honestly,
yeah. I mean, no, it 100% is.
Absolutely.
That being said, as you're asking for a happy ending, if you feel the need to, right, it's not mandatory, absolutely, but if you feel like it, you can absolutely give your characters an epilogue with your partner. And actually, I would encourage you to do that right now. I suppose there's that. And the only other thing, but before we go and do that, I just like to, I suppose, mention a thing or two. What was it? Shoot. Yeah, it's the epilogue. I should probably talk about the server. That's probably the only thing that.
Yeah, we can talk about.
I don't think there's anything left.
I will ask before we do that. Do we want to take a photo?
Oh, we should do that too. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
One question: did they know?
Yes.
There's another twist, wasn't there, that we didn't actually get reset at the end?
Yeah.
That's.
No. So if you had got it, so someone said about this. If you had gotten reset by your consumer, then I believe you were reset. But
no. So that's what I told them. Is I specifically told them that I have removed their ability to be reset. So for the last one.
So you weren't really reset?
No.
Well, did first of all, I should ask, did anybody tell their partner during the role play? Did anybody choose to?
Yeah,
Or...
I was
Or was everybody silent?
I mean, I told them they're gonna be.
To the last meeting.
What?
I built up so much trust, I guess, that you this one told me about the twist of being like,
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna die, you know, like.
Oh, really? You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
To not endanger ourselves.
That was of course in character, so it was up to you, right? But it was but yes.
I hinted on it when it happened anyways.
They were just not willing to.
You know the reason? It's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
as soon as the first thing he said when we walked in, after we shook hands, he was like, so you know what's going on right now, right? Yeah? Yeah, I do. And then he leans over and he says, and I'm like,
oh, but yeah,
Are you gonna explain it fully now?
It's over, right? But before before we do the epilogues, you're free to do that. Before we do the epilogues, can we do two things? Yeah, group photo. Group photo, and also I would like to kind of like maybe like mention the server, and then you are free to either go or do epilogues with your partner. So but let's do the photo first, because honestly I think that's very important, and I don't know how I almost forgot.
Let's get in front of the orb.
In front of the orb.
That's what we're doing. The orb.
I hope you enjoyed the orb. That's like half the polys in the map is on that orb, so I hope it's worth it.
Let me put that down. Alright, let me set up my camera.
Have you ever pondered an orb so powerful before?
Oh, good. So did you also have the thing where it's like...
I gotta be with my girl.
Yeah, they'll probably jump in here.
Oh, watch out.
Alright.
Bebs, were you also given the thing about like...
You up,
if you tell a consumer then...
Should you take my spot?
Yeah, it's a risk, but it's just that literally the first thing he said to me when he was like, you know about your bird, they're gonna shut you down, right? And I said, yeah. And then he leaned over and said, fight it.
Oh.
Go ahead and look at the camera.
Whoops, that's not
I don't know
okay.
what we're looking at.
I'm really bad at this.
Alright, now everybody say reset!
Reset!
That's what it's like to die by firing squad.
That was dope.
All right, we took a couple.
I guess.
Well, thank you, everybody. One more thing before I let you all go, because I suppose, you know, I will probably be slapped if I don't advertise this. I imagine. Yes, I feel it coming. Hello and welcome to the Scenario 1 server. This is a server for sharing and running short roleplay scenarios such as this one. If you're wondering, this is actually a LARP called Here's My Power Button that was not written by me. So first of all, you know, big round of applause to the person who wrote it. Unfortunately, they don't actually have their name posted, so I can't like name them by name. But yeah, if you like search Here's My Power Button, there's actually a link to it out front. I think it's great. And the whole point behind like the server, or at least my vision for it, is, you know, I said to run these things, but also to share them. So, for example, if anybody, you know, wanted to, you are completely free to take this, you know, take the world. You know, I did make this world, but it's public on purpose. You can do with it as you please if you wanted to like run it yourselves. Obviously, I will continue to run this myself, so it's not like a requirement. But anyway, that's kind of like the vision here. It's kind of open and an open and collaborative environment for these things.
If you want to bring a LARP like to the server and you want to run it there, don't feel afraid to make a ping. You know, like gauge interest. You want to run something, run something. And
literally,
fucking don't feel forced to only do it in the server. Do it in other places.
The what is it? What did I call it again? I have a role react channel, where you can just literally just check the box, and you can set your role to be a facilitator. You don't need to ask me to run anything. You don't need to ask anybody else to run anything, if you so wish. The only criteria really is that it's short and is not really like associated with. Not that I care if things are associated with other role plays. It's just those things already have a space, and this is kind of the space for things that aren't associated with other role plays, right? And because There's really no space for that sort of thing, or at least not that I'm aware of.
There's an entire like
Anyway.
doc like a bit of writing that you can go ahead and read in the respective channels for it.
Anyway, thank you all so much for attending. It's honestly, it's been yes, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hey, we're glad you enjoyed.
Was written by Brody Atwater.
Oh, Brody Atwater. Okay, that's the surname. Thank you. All right. And if you want your happy ending or if you want your sad ending, now's the time. You can talk with your partner and come up with like an epilogue for your character. Like what are they doing? Like, like a month after these events went down or something. Whatever feels right. If it doesn't feel right to make one, then that's also an option. It's not mandatory, but it's an option.
I'm interested to see which one of you comes out with the pizza ending.
Pizza ending.
For you though, so let's
Yes.
Pizza ending.
Okay. Also, I have to go move my car, so I'll be right back.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Hey,
fucking stellar job today. Give me a high five. What?
Thank you.
Awesome. Great characterization. Really, really wonderful.
Thank you.
Loved it. Loved Isaac. Great stuff.
Oh man.
That fucking breakdown at the end in front of the group meeting was fucking hard to do. I had to keep.
I'll eventually have to try the other role. I think I'm definitely better at breaking down crying at the end of the AI thing than we did play the character slightly differently this time, like but I think hello.
Hey, bullshit. How you doing? Hope you enjoy.
Don't let me interrupt. No.